home for River Dragons hockey.
WKCN HD2, Fort Benning South, Columbus. And W295AY, Crystal Valley.
106.9 really rocks. It's time for Columbus River Dragons hockey. Tonight's presentation of River Dragons hockey is brought to you in part by Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Columbus River Dragons. Zelmo Zip-In, the official fuel provider of the River Dragons. Air Force Heating and Air, the official heating and air company of the River Dragons. And Country Inn & Suites, the official host hotel of the River Dragons. Now let's send it to the broadcast booth with the voice of the River Dragons, Tom Callahan.
Hello, everyone, and welcome in once again. It's time for Columbus River Dragons hockey. I'm Tom Callahan. Welcome in as we are getting ready to go for a weekend set against the Baton Rouge Zydeco. It is the first ever appearance of the Zydeco here at the Columbus Civic Center. They are one of the two expansion teams in the league this year. Of course, the other being the Blue Ridge Bobcats, who were here last weekend. And the River Dragons are up in Blue Ridge, as a matter of fact, just over the weekend as well. But this is the first time that these two teams have seen each other in quite some time, as Columbus opened with 6 in a row on the road against the Zydeco. But it's been until now that Baton Rouge has made its Columbus debut. And this game tonight starts out an 8-game homestand. It's ladies' night here tonight as well. And the River Dragons come in riding a 7-game Tim Hortons win streak. Throughout January, earn free Tim's faster by scoring double points on all orders. Plus, stop by on Mondays for a free coffee with purchase. Taking a look at the records for tonight for these two teams, the River Dragons, as I mentioned, on a heater, 7 in a row right now. And they come in at 23-2-1-1, 66 points on the year, and that gaudy plus 58 goal differential. That's tops in the FPHL. They're 9-1-0 in the last 10 games, and also an .815 win percentage for Columbus. That is the highest of any team in the FPHL. By the way, we'll talk about it in our Zelmo Zippin' Out of Town scoreboard a little bit more, but Carolina lost last night against the Mississippi Seawolves. So the River Dragons now with 2 games in hand over the Thunderbirds, and still with that same 8-point cushion over second place. Baton Rouge, meanwhile, comes in at 6-16, 3-1-0, 23 points on the year. That is just in front of the Blue Ridge Bobcats, who have 21. Right now, that is 5th in the FPHL's Continental Division, and in this Continental Division, the top 4 teams make the playoffs, which would right now be Columbus, Carolina, Port Huron, and Mississippi. And Mississippi has started to play well enough where they've separated themselves from that Baton Rouge and Blue Ridge pack. They now have a 22-point advantage, which, keep in mind, in a league in which you get 3 points for regulation win, can disappear a little bit faster, but that's still a very significant gap right now in January. So it's kind of looking like we know who the playoff teams might be in the Continental. From here on out, it's a lot of jockeying for position and for home ice around the FPHL. The other thing to point out is the minus 31 goal differential for the Baton Rouge Zydeco. The Zydeco very much a live by the sword, die by the sword team. They're a team that likes to attack. They like to throw the stretch pass. They like to try to break players in deep, get behind the defense, and score goals that way. The flip side of that is you give up the odd man rush to get the odd man rush, and so sometimes the puck ends up in the back of their net, especially when you're not as focused on the defensive side of the coin. And we see the Zydeco have been victimized by that quite a bit here down the stretch. And right now the River Dragons warming it up out there against the Zydeco, so that's obviously telling us, hey, we're getting a little bit closer to game time, right? We're just creeping closer to face-off here. The River Dragons wearing red on Fridays, as they always do. It stands for Remember Everyone Deployed. We encourage you to wear your red if you're coming out to the River Dragons game as well. Tomorrow night, want to remind everybody, speaking of which, it is First Responders and Hometown Heroes night, so fire, police, EMS, anyone who has a valid ID in those groups can qualify to come down. Healthcare workers, we would love to see you all come out and join us for the night, as the River Dragons have just a tremendous evening planned. And again, it's discount tickets. So here's discount tickets at the box office with your ID, and you get a 10% off discount at the merchandise stand as well with your ID. So again, you know, just a way for us to say thank you to folks who make a difference, and we saw them make a big difference here earlier this season when Nathan Bockwell went down. EMS, our trainers were out there. You know, just sometimes we don't think enough about the medical professionals who every single day they're out there helping people, and we appreciate what they do, and sometimes they put their lives on the line. Firefighters, policemen, EMS can respond in dangerous situations as well, and we just want to find a way to say thank you, and hopefully tomorrow night is going to be a tremendous night here with the River Dragons taking on the Zydeco. Tonight we're dropping the puck at the bottom of the hour, and so right now what we're going to do is take our first break of this Air Force Heating and Air pregame show, and when we come back, we're going to dig inside the numbers here for tonight's matchup. Plus, we've got a look at that out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Zelmo's Zip-In and our traditional chat with River Dragons head coach Jerome Boom Boom Bichard. And I can tell you Boomer does not disappoint tonight, as he does not on any given evening. So looking forward to that as well. Stay tuned. There's plenty more coming your way. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Winter is upon us. We must prepare. Cold and darkness will... Winter is upon us. We must prepare. Cold and darkness will spread across the land. The nights will be long.
Hey, what are you guys doing? Air Force is here to fix the heat.
Don't let winter leave you out in the cold. Call Air Force Heating and Air now for our special $79 AC gas furnace or heat pump tune-up, only for a limited time. Air Force Heating and Air is always here for you.
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
Introducing New Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Music to my ears.
You don't have ears.
Starry, it's different.
Good internet.
For a limited time, get super fast internet and YouTube TV starting at just $82.98 per month.
Wow.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
And we're back here in Columbus at the Civic Center, where the River Dragons and the Baton Rouge Zydeco going at it for the first time in Georgia this season. Yes, they've met head-to-head on the ice a couple of times already this year in the River Dragons. As a matter of fact, only two teams have beaten them in regulation this year. Well, one of those just happens to be the Baton Rouge Zydeco. That's right, they're 5-1-0 against the Zydeco. All 6 road games, which were played before the turn of the calendar to 2024. 3 in October, 3 in November, and the River Dragons' lone loss in that stretch was November 9th by a 5-4 count. It was a regulation loss, and only the Carolina Thunderbirds have beaten the River Dragons in regulation outside of the Baton Rouge Zydeco. So, you look at a team that's struggling a little bit here, but you can't get caught napping by these guys because they can indeed score goals. They do have some toughness. And it's a team, as a matter of fact, that's got several former River Dragons on it, and we're going to get into some news here about that in just a moment. But now, the calendar, as it flips to 2024 on the season series, we'll see 7 games played here in Columbus tonight, tomorrow night, and then 3 in February, 2 in March. And that'll round out the regular season series between these two hockey teams. River Dragons 5-1 on the year against the Zydeco so far. So here's the interesting part, if you will, when you take a look at what exactly is the news with the Zydeco. And we've talked about this before. This is a team in transition. They are trying to find themselves, trying to find their ways, discover what direction they want to go in here. They're changing the core. They're changing, the players on the ice. They have actually just introduced a new leadership group. And it just so happens that an incredibly former River Dragon, who is now part of the Zydeco, has been named the team's first ever captain. Congratulations to Edgars Ozelinch for being named the first ever captain of the Baton Rouge Zydeco. So we're very proud of Ozo, and absolutely loved Ozo when he was here, and now wish him the best of luck. Not too much luck, but the best of luck with the Zydeco. I got a chance to talk to him before the game today, and Jake Cox, who's a Columbus, Georgia native, who played for this River Dragons team a couple of games, but has now found a permanent home on the Zydeco this season. So it's good to see Coxie coming back into his home barn as well as a professional player for the Zydeco. And right now, as a matter of fact, Petrantonio and Ozelinch at center ice and chatting it up. Austin Doe went over to talk to him, and they're giving each other a couple of good-natured shots there in the ribs. And all smiles right now. It will not be once the puck drops, but for now you can joke around a little bit. And again, congratulations to Ozo, who's wearing number 18 for the Zydeco team. In fact, the Zydeco have named 2 different sets of helpers as some teams, it's kind of the trend, I guess, in recent years. You don't have to have set captains all the time. Some teams alternate them, they rotate them, or they do what the Zydeco are doing. They do it home and road. And that is exactly what the Baton Rouge Zydeco are going to do here. And the only assistant captain who is going to be consistent is actually another former River Dragon in MJ Graham. So Graham was named an assistant, and he will also be out there on the ice along with Ozelinch. And then, trying to quickly pull this one up here, but of course, as soon as I go to do that, that's when the Mr. Internet does not want to cooperate with me. It's always something. All right, let's see if we can get this to work. So the Zydeco, let's get back to this thought here. All right, there we go. So the new leadership team for the Zydeco. So it's Captain Ozelinch, MJ Graham, both home and road as an assistant. And at home games, it's going to be David Aslan and Brendan Hussey being the assistants. And then on the road, Taylor Cutting and Kyle Stevens have been named the captains. And so a little bit of a distribution of the leadership core, which is not the worst thing in the world, quite frankly. I mean, that's something that can really help teams that are looking to try to, spread some of that responsibility across players and try to get guys to, buy in, be a part of things, share a little bit more ownership of the group. And I think that's what you're seeing them try to accomplish here. The River Dragons have really been set on their leadership group. I mean, obviously Josh Petrantonio, when he came back, named captain, and couldn't be a better guy to wear that C. But then you've got Justin McDonald, Austin Doe wearing A's out there. And there are a bunch of other players, Alexander Jemayev and Carter Shinkarik, and a lot of the veterans on this team who can lead by example, and I think do. And there's a lot of talk. Well, what happens next year? Petrantonio saying this is his last season. Austin Doe is done after this season. Where will the leadership go? Well, I think we're seeing a little bit of an audition for that this year as far as the River Dragons go. And I know that's a popular question I get on the mailbag. I think you're going to see players try to play their way into that. Guys like Kyle Moore have a chance to step up and be a real leader for this hockey team. And maybe some of the younger players will see. Ryan Hunter's making a name for himself. And here's the other thing. You always want to strike that balance, too. You don't want to put too much weight on a young player. Sometimes, rarely, but sometimes, you see a captain in the NHL named very young. Trevor Linden for the Vancouver Canucks at the time was the youngest captain ever named. Sidney Crosby was given the honor very early in his career with the Pittsburgh Penguins. It's rare. You don't see it happen a whole heck of a lot. I know Gabriel Landeskog over in Colorado, but unfortunately for Landeskog, he's battled injuries more than anything else in this part of his career, and we really just haven't seen as much of him on the ice as I think everybody would like. But it's rare, and a lot of times you have to let those young players develop into those leadership roles. Plus, you never know who's not here this year, who may figure in next year. This time last year, we had no idea there would be a Justin McDonald in the future of the River Dragons. So we'll have to wait and see how all that's going to play itself out. But I do know this: there will always be a lot of players who want to be a part of this River Dragons organization, want to play here because it is a good culture and it's a good spot to be. And you know what, guys? They know that. And there is competition to come here and be a part of the River Dragons. All right, let's take a break here. When we come back, we'll take a look at our Zelmo Zip-In out-of-town scoreboard. There's plenty of action in the FPHL tonight. We'll also take a look at the National Hockey League and some college basketball as well. So stay tuned. There's more coming your way in just a little bit. We are about 20 minutes from dropping the puck on this one. There's still time to get down here if you want to join us for Ladies' Night. We've got drink specials in the house tonight. We've got a special soundtrack. And we have a special merchandise offer as well as some giveaways as well as you come in the door and throughout the evening. So looking forward to having everybody down here as the River Dragons taking on the Baton Rouge Zydeco. We're back with more in just a moment on the Air Force Heating and Air pregame show. This is River Dragons Hockey.
Winter is upon us. We must prepare. Cold and darkness will spread across the land. The nights will be long.
Hey, what are you guys doing? Air Force is here to fix the heat.
Don't let winter leave you out in the cold. Call Air Force Heating and Air now for our special $79 AC gas furnace or heat pump tune-up, only for a limited time. Air Force Heating and Air is always here for you.
Hi-ho, your gas is getting low, but you're in luck, pull your car or truck into Zelmo's.
This month at Zelmo's, all Celsius energy drinks, 2 for $4.
But you're in luck, pull your car or truck into Zelmo's.
Always clean, always fast, always friendly. Zelmo's Zip-In, fueling life's passions for 20
on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guest paid for their testimonial.
And we are back here in the Columbus River Dragons pregame show, brought to you by Air Force Heating and Air. Tom Callahan here with you. And we're just getting a lineup note here from the Zydeco, which we'll be able to share with you in a little bit about their starting goaltender for tonight. But we will give you the starting goaltenders a little bit later on. Right now, what it's time for us to give you is a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. And that is brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In. Zelmo's Zip-In has been fueling life's passions since 1999. In the FPHL tonight, a couple games already underway and a couple starting with us here. So you got Port Huron and the Elmira River Sharks. Port Huron won last night 3-2 in that game. Tonight it's 1-1 halfway through the first period, so already the offense is clicking in that one. Binghamton and Watertown, well, actually they're not yet underway. Even though the score sheet says they are, they have not started that game yet. They are 0-0 according to the sheet, but that's not supposed to drop the puck to the bottom of the hour. Blue Ridge is at Big Boy Arena to take on the Motor City Rockers tonight. That's a 7:35 start, just like us. And then 8:05 Eastern Time, the Carolina Thunderbirds game number 2 with the Mississippi Seawolves here this evening. National Hockey League, bit of a light night. Only 4 games to tell you about. Golden Knights at the Rangers. That one is already underway. Panthers and Penguins, even though they're just a little over 5 minutes in already, that's a 1-1 tie. Gensel's got his 21st of the year for the Penguins. Rodriguez his 8th for the Florida Panthers. And now you've got the Kings at the Avalanche tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock Eastern time tonight. The Blues are at the Kraken. And then in men's college basketball, there is only one game going on with the ranked school tonight. That's number 13, Wisconsin. That's an 8 o'clock tip-off against Michigan State. Also, by the way, I know that we do have some Falcons fans in the area, and so for the local sports angle, the Atlanta Falcons have picked a head coach, and it's actually a fairly familiar name to Falcons fans, as instead of going for the Bill Belichick hire, they turned around and brought a guy back in to the Atlanta organization. Raheem Morris comes back, and it's actually the first time that owner Arthur Blank has hired in his 20-plus year tenure as the owner of the Falcons, first time he's hired back a coach. So Morris was the interim coach for 11 games for the Falcons earlier in his career, and that was before they ended up hiring Dan Quinn. So when Quinn got the boot, now they go back to Morris. Or pardon me, they hired Arthur Smith, then they fired Smith, then they bring back, let me get the timeline right for you. They fired Dan Quinn, then they got Morris in as the interim coach for 11 games in 2020. Then they went to Arthur Smith. Now that Smith has been fired, they are bringing back Raheem Morris. So hopefully he has some luck with the Falcons, and we'll see how that one's going to work out for them. But I know plenty of Falcons fans. Hey, hope springs eternal. I understand. I'm a Bills fan. I've always got hope too. But kind of interesting there. And I also think it's interesting that we haven't heard a lot of buzz around Bill Belichick going really well anywhere at this point. And certainly there's still some vacancies out there, but we know that Jim Harbaugh is going to San Diego now. We know the Falcons matter is settled, so fewer and fewer available jobs. I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right, well, that's it for a look at that Zelmo's Zipping Out of Town scoreboard. And in the meantime, we're going to get ready here as the Zamboni circles the ice to drop the puck in just a little bit. Again, it's ladies' night. There's still time to come down and join us here at the arena, so we hope you can do just that. And with the pregame show brought to you by Air Force Heating and Air. Oh, by the way, before I get into this, I want to remind everybody and say thank you to those who were here last night at Chick-fil-A Midland. A tremendous turnout for the Eat with the River Dragons event. Fantastic. Can't say thank you enough to the fans who continue to come out and support these events. And, boy, that's great just to see the fans out there. They get the selfies, sign the autographs, get to talk to the players for a little bit and learn to get to know these guys. And, we couldn't have success with these events without you. But, yeah, yesterday's event at Chick-fil-A Midland was definitely our best one of the season, and they're only getting better. So thank you so much to everybody who came out. We really appreciate you being there. The next Eat with the River Dragons at Chick-fil-A Midland will be Wednesday, February 28th from 6 to 7 p.m. So put that on your calendar now. That one is Wednesday the 28th from 6 to 7 p.m. And then we have our next Applebee's Eat with the River Dragons event. And we're going to put it at yet another new location here, trying to move these around to the Applebee's around the city of Columbus. So hopefully we'll get to one near you here. And we might be doing it now. We're going to 3229 Gentian Boulevard. And that's on Tuesday, the 13th of February from 6 to 7 p.m. So the day before Valentine's Day, 3229 Gentian Boulevard. Tuesday, February 13th, 6 to 7 p.m. Come eat with the River Dragons at Applebee's, and we hope you see you there. By the way, don't forget to sign up for Club Applebee's and get a free appetizer upon joining, a free birthday treat, and more. All right, we'll see you out at Applebee's a couple of weeks from now, but in the meantime, to the matter at hand, it's going to be the River Dragons and the Zydeco coming up in just a little bit. Why don't we take one more break here in this Air Force Heating and Air pregame show. When we come back, it's going to be our chat with River Dragons head coach Jerome Boom Boom Bichar. Stay tuned. That's on the other side of the break, and then the drop of the puck. River Dragons and Zydeco not too far away. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
We're always going a million different directions.
But Kinetic Credit Union makes it easy for all of us to stay connected, all in one place.
With the Kinetic mobile app, we both can monitor our accounts on the go. We can create account alerts so we know when there's a change. Apply for a loan or credit card. We can even open a new account.
Plus, you can quickly pay bills, transfer money, or make a deposit anytime, anywhere.
Kinetic makes our life a whole lot easier.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Watch out, watch out! Ew! She said yes. Yeah!
So fast, so reliable, so much to love. For a limited time, get Internet 1 gig for just $50 a month.
Wow. Peppermint season is back at Tim Hortons with even more peppermint flavor.
It's the tastiest, mintiest way to cheers the holidays. 'Tis the season to treat yourself with any $1 medium latte when you order on the app. Only at Tim Hortons.
I'm thirsty.
Try this.
Starry.
It's a new lemon lime soda that's crisp, clear, and
So refreshing. So tasty.
what the? Just let it happen. Oh, Joe, he was a soda.
New Starry Lemon Lime Soda. It's different.
Winter is upon us. We must prepare. Cold and darkness will spread across the land. The nights will be long.
Hey, what are you guys doing? Air Force is here to fix the heat.
Don't let winter leave you out in the cold. Call Air Force Heating and Air now for our special $79 AC gas furnace or heat pump tune-up. Only for a limited time. Air Force Heating and Air is always here for you.
We're always going a million different directions.
To a series now against the Baton Rouge Zydeco. It's been a little while since we've seen these guys from the last time you actually played. Welcome back to the Air Force Heating and Air pregame show. We're joined by Jerome Bichard. Coach, thanks for joining us. Appreciate the time. And coming into a series now against the Baton Rouge Zydeco. It's been a little while since we've seen these guys. From the last time you actually played against them, have you seen anything change in the film?
Not particularly. I mean, obviously, I think they're maybe playing a little bit with a little bit more cohesiveness and this and that. But they're the same guys. They're going to work hard. They're going to work hard and keep coming at you no matter what. So, again, we just got to worry about how we play and make sure we do take care of our homework, per se. And, you know, just all the little things, you know, coming down into the second half of the season. Just got to, you know, harp on all my guys. It's the little things that are going to win hockey games for you. It's, you know, nothing's going to be easy, and it's disciplined as far as, you know, not stretching and being available for an outlet pass on the breakout or in the neutral zone as a regroup or whatever. Just we don't have any time to just take off. Let's be, you know, zoned in. Make sure we're you know, kind of, I guess, working on all those little things that we just talked about.
And what we discussed earlier this week on the Goja show too, defensively, got to have the head on a swivel. These guys like to stretch. They try to sneak guys in behind you quite a bit.
Yeah, and, you know, they got guys that can put the puck in it. You know, you got MJ that's going to shoot the puck from all over the place. You know, you got Coxie here that is going to work his butt off, and, you know, he's skilled enough to put the puck in the net as well. And, you know, we just got to eliminate that and you know, be physical. And again, be physical and kind of disciplined at the same time, staying out of the box. And, you know, if something happens where, you know, we need to take care of business, we will. But if we're not actually looking to start it, we'll finish it if we need to.
And speaking of which, when you look at this team right now, you guys are on a 7-game win streak coming into tonight. And I know there's always something to improve, right? We covered it in the beginning of the interview. But, I mean, if you look at this team, what do you like about what they're doing right now?
Well, you know what? I think it's just our resiliency. I mean, we stub our toe and we, you know, we make a couple bad plays. But then we, you know, pick ourselves up right away and get ourselves back on track with a big goal or whatever. So, you know, the biggest thing, again, just trying to, let's not fall into the trap of you know, if they're going to score, let them score. Let them beat us with a good play. Don't just, again, beat ourselves with, you know, kind of a play where we fall asleep.
Yeah, well, that's a pretty darn good key to the game right there. But I'm going to ask you if you have any other ones for tonight.
Well, you know what? I think we've gotten away from keeping shifts short. I mean, not matching lines per se, but we tend to go in the offensive zone, be in the offensive zone for 45 seconds, and then, you know, we break out of our end, come back in, as opposed to being smart and having a dump and having one guy on that line stay out so they can't break out easily and have the other two guys change. No, we're going to go in another offensive. And now you're in there for a minute and a half, minute 45, 2 minutes. And when they do break out, and come, on our side, we have nothing left, and that's where we've been susceptible. So, challenge my guys to, really work on our changes, during the play, and just be better, be more cognizant of we don't have to score all the time. And you know what? Sometimes we're going to have to just call it a day and let somebody else go, and just do it smartly. And that's what I'm challenging my guys to.
All right, Boom, thanks for joining us. Best of luck tonight.
You bet. Thank you.
Back with the drop of the puck in just a moment. This is River Dragons Hockey.
Winter is upon us. We must prepare. Cold and darkness will spread across the land. The nights will be long.
Hey, what are you guys doing? Air Force is here to fix the heat.
Don't let winter leave you out in the cold. Call Air Force Heating and Air now for our special $79 AC gas furnace or heat pump tune-up, only for a limited time. Air Force Heating and Air is always here for you.
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
At Beam, we take pride in being a part of our community, and we're committed to seeing it grow. We continually volunteer with organizations that are making a difference. Together, we are building a better community while building the best internet that exceeds the technology of metropolitan cities. But more importantly, one that connects us all. We want to ensure reliability. So for this reason, we're willing to go the extra mile. We aim to provide the community with high-quality internet and cable services, because we live here too.
Because at Beam, community is not just a place. It's the way we do business.
Here he comes, boys. Sure is beautiful.
Here it is, boys. Who's ready to put it to work?
Me? There's only one way to settle this.
Where'd he come from?
I win.
Never saw him coming.
Must be the camo.
Drive off in a new John Deere from SunSouth right now with 0% financing on select models. SunSouth, equipment for those that do.
All right, so getting ready to go here before tonight's game. Tom Callahan here with your River Dragons fans. Thanks for joining us, and any other stray fans we happen to pick up along the way, you're always welcome to join us. Maybe some Zydeco fans tuning us in as well. Thanks for being here. We got a ceremonial puck drop coming up here tonight. It is ladies' night, and we are honoring one of the groups that does so much work here in the Columbus area, but our thanks to Girls Incorporated, Girls Inc., and boy, they do such a great job here molding those young women into the future leaders of tomorrow. That was a heck of a puck drop. Boy, she really fired that thing. They're going to ever do it again. She's absolutely ripped it out there. All right. So let's take a look at your starting goaltenders for tonight's game. And for the third straight time for the River Dragons, it's going to be Tyler Roy getting the nod in net here tonight. He's 4-0 in his River Dragons tenure with a .934 save percentage, 2.18 goals against average. And he is opposed by William Laviere. Laviere 1-3-0-2 with a 3.13 goals against, .922 save percentage. Doesn't have a whole heck of a lot of work for the Zydeco, but is taking his run and establishing himself as the top tender over Gregory Hussey, who we may or may not see tomorrow night. Hussey has played the River Dragons well this season, but Laviere would be our first chance to take a look at him. And we'll see what he brings to the table as well. So let's get ready to drop the puck, shall we? Down here at center ice, River Dragons in the red home uniforms, rolling left to right in front of our broadcast location. First period action, we are underway. Zydeco have to chase the puck back into their own end to start things off here. They'll dump it away to center, hits the linesman there as Bach will try to play it the other way. A stretch pass for Jake Cox. That one missed him. Rolls all the way in behind the River Dragons net where Underwood sends it up the far wall. Cleared back around to the near side. And Columbus trying to lift the wedge out. Can't clear yet. Cox on it. Underwood can't clear as well. And now finally a chance to center. Tipped on by McDonald. He's just going to go to the bench. Shinkarik at center. As Petrantonio is out there now, the rest of his unit will join him in a moment. Both teams chaining. Petrantonio into the wing, drags it, wraps it around. Oh, if he could have got past the defenseman, the goaltender Laviere was down. But on the back door, good play by Ozelinch there as he took that one away. Doe pushing in behind the net, out front on the backhand, but lost it to Tellstrom. Tellstrom to the line. Shinkarik pinched, missed. Now up the left wing side. And that one is turned away as Hansen overskates. Puck goes back out to center. It'll be dumped in from there by Don Carter Jr. 1:15 into this first period. No score, no shots. River Dragons move it ahead. Here's Doe on the left wing side. Cutting wide, shot from the bottom of the circle. Save, rebound, Petrantonio. That backhand is stopped by the left hand of Laviere as well. Puck bouncing at center. Dole feed it back to the D. River Dragons changing it up. Storjahan steps on. Pass missed Andrioli. Aslin up the near side wall, trying to bump it along here. Weber can't move it free, and now in on the right wing is Jemaev. Jemaev is rubbed off on the wall by Larwood. Carter behind his own net with it. He'll slow it down back there. Zydeco on the breakout here. And now they turn it over. Jemaev with a quick shot. Laviere dropped it out of the mitt, but is quick to cover. Almost a little cavalier right there with the attempted catch of that puck, and the puck rolled right back out of the glove. Lucky for him, River Dragons had not yet arrived on the scene for that rebound. This first period is brought to you by Chick-fil-A Midland, and again, we mentioned what a tremendous turnout it was the other night at Chick-fil-A. And thank you to everybody who was there last night and made the Eat with the Dragons event such a smashing success. Columbus tying it up on the wall as Jemaev will swing it around to the left point. Slahetka, he'll keep it in up top. Around the rim it goes, onto the right wing. And Jemaev putting it behind the net. Storjahan out the far side on the backhand, leaving it low, looking for Wickline. Wickline rubs into Robinson, comes up with a puck though. Up top, Slahetka. His shot is blocked. The hitting picking up as the Zydeco move it ahead. Here's Cox. In on the left wing, leaving it off. Shot coming in. That hit a leg, and off of pop-off, it goes to the far corner. Backhanded towards the front of the goal. That one bouncing around in the high slot area. Columbus will skate it to center. McLean will dump it in. He and his line mates head for a change. 3 minutes into this first period. River Dragons and Zydeco scoreless thus far. I want to say hello to our radio listeners here on the simulcast. 106.9 Really Rocks, our flagship station right here in beautiful Columbus. Zydeco stretch it up the right side. Weber pitched it away to nobody in the corner. Bockwell gets there, swings it around to the near side. Moore with a lead to center. That one bounced past Ryan Hunter. Zydeco back in the other way, but they cough it up in the slot. Glove down by Moore as he was covering defensively. Moore up the left wing to center. Hunter helping him out. Carries it in, leaves for McDonald. McDonald around the rim. Towards that far side corner. Chip past Moore. And the Zydeco quickly break the other way. Try to dump it in from center. Underwood around after the bouncing biscuit. He'll play it up the near side. And it takes an odd kick. Stays in the zone. Goes back behind the net. Underwood has to go back and play it again as he throws a shoulder down there. Puck still not out. Carter pinching from the right point, holding it in, trying to get a shot away. Great stick battle by Underwood. Took it away. Now Hunter the other way. He's up by himself. Ryan Hunter in with a long shot. Save made. Rebound in front. Hunter can't get to it. Just too many white jerseys to try to go through defensively. Nice job by the Zydeco right now, recovering on D. Here's Petrantonio back, leaving it for Jay Krupp. Krupp in. Petrantonio wide on the tip. Nice little give and go in front. Petrantonio puts it deep, but there's nobody deep. Now up the left side, here's David Aslan. His pass ahead is dumped into the backhand by Tellstrom. Gill around the wall. Here's Doe to Petrantonio. Petrantonio in over the line. Krupp going to the net. Petrantonio tried to put it in front, hit a leg. Doe poked it right in on goal, and that one is knocked away by Laviere. Doe on the left side up to the point. Shinkarik will cross to the left. Steps around one. Wrist shot blocked. Petrantonio chops it into the corner. Krupp to Petrantonio. Cuts right in front. A shot, and that one is tipped away in front of the goal. Great chance in tight. Puck at the line. Gill keeps it in. Shinkarik, left wing around the wall. Behind the net it goes to Krupp. Fires it right up the middle, but there was nobody there. That allows the Zydeco a change at a critical juncture there. I don't think Krupp knew he had as much time as he did, but boy, I wish he'd have been able to take a quicker look, or a longer look, I should say. Zydeco the other way. Here's Coxon on the right side to the half wall. 5.5 gone here in the first. No score. River Dragons and the Zydeco. First time in Columbus this season. Lead ahead. Wickline cutting in behind the D. He comes in. He scores. Cody Wickline with a wrist shot. That goes 5-hole on the goaltender Laviere. River Dragons strike first. It's 1-0. How about it, Cody Wickline? 5:41, time of the goal. Wickline's now got points in 4 straight games. And that's his 11th of the season. River Dragons attack again. Jemaev, credit for the assist on the goal. Shot from the point wide of the net. Hunter on the far side. He'll bank it to the left point. Slaheka looking for a seam. Feeds it back down the left wall. Puck caroms towards the front. Off-angle shot. Laviere the save, and he holds. And that's going to get us to our first break of the first period. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A Midland. We are 6 minutes, 10 seconds into this hockey game. And Columbus out to the early 1-0 lead on a goal by Cody Wickline. We're coming your way just a moment on River Dragons Hockey.
Hello there, my name is Seychelle, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that punch of flavors that's unlike any other. You get the crispy tenderness of the chicken and that hint of sourness from the pickles. Ta-da!
Hey, I'm Juan, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is every single time you take a bite, you know you're gonna get chicken that's crispy, golden, and juicy. The Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich is the gold standard of chicken sandwiches. There's no touching it.
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
And we are back 6:10 into the first period. 1-0 River Dragons on a goal by Cody Wickline. 5:40 time of the marker. Face-off coming up in the Zydeco zone. Our referee introductions tonight are brought to you by the Optical Shop in Phoenix City, where right now for just $99 and a bag of chips, you can get 2 pair of eyeglasses. You should see the game they're missing. Go to the Optical Shop in Phoenix City. And again, $99 bag of chips. Your call on the flavor, whatever bag of chips you want to bring in. I'll get you 2 pair of eyeglasses. Well, tonight, the referees, number 2, Corey Fossa, number 95, Sean DeLoey, and your linesman, number 73, Phil Roosler, and number 26, Michael Maxon. Zydeco able to clear the zone after that draw, and they'll bring it ahead with a shot that is tipped way out of play. So we will get a whistle on the face-off. Now we'll come inside the River Dragon zone. Tyler Roy has not been very busy in the River Dragons net at all. In fact, he still has yet to face an official shot on goal in the game. 7 for the River Dragons thus far. Draw to the left of the Columbus net. And they're going to toss Larwood out. Nope, he's going to stay. Just resetting. River Dragons win it back, though. McDonald spinning it back in behind the net. And it's kicked along back there as Underwood was pulled down. No call. Puck on the near side. Here's Moore trying to pop it into space. Moore goes cross ice off the heel of Hunter. Skate, he recovers it. McDonald barely holding the line, but he did. And Hunter knocked down in the corner. Puck around to the far side. Larwood on it. He's knocked down by Moore. We have had a decent amount of hitting so far in this game. We'll see if that continues. Zydeco weave the other way. They dump in on the left wing side into the corner. Haskins trying to go in after it. Played back up the near side. And Kyle Moore to center into space for McDonald. In over the line. McDonald to his left. Curls, waits, looking for help. McDonald on that left wing. River Dragons up across the blue line. Challenge at the line. Moore keeps it in with a tip. Oh, just in the back door. Missing was McDonald. He was cutting right through the slot. Tied up on the far wall. Doe is in that pile now. First guy out on the change here, along with Moore. Puck at the line is just chipped out. Gill has to go get it at center. Columbus trying to turn it quickly while the Zydeco change, but they have to go all the way back and start again. Doe, cross corner dump as it's chased by Haskins all the way in behind his own net. He tries the left wing side. Zydeco look to leave the zone. Puck gets to center and is pushed ahead on the left wing with a shot in. Roy blocker save. Rebound up in the air, bouncing right in the low slot. Finally cleared to the corner. That rebound went straight up in the air off the board. And boy, I tell you what, everybody was searching for it for a minute. River Dragons able to move it ahead. On the left side, here's a flip to Andrioli. Into the corner, he's pinned up by Carter. Doe behind the net, can't get to it. Petrantonio steals it in the corner, tried to center, fanned. Zydeco able to take it back the other way. David Asselin will dump it in from center. Slahetka leaving it off on the near side. Shinkarik to Andrioli. Andrioli's pass somehow slithers through Jamaev. And now Brendan Hussey the other way. He'll feed it onto the right wing side. Chance back in front is blocked by the defense. And Columbus on the turnover. Quickly up the left side. Here they come breaking in on the wing. Jamaev in with a shot, and that finds the glass. Bouncing around to the right point. Popoff keeps it in off his body. Jamaev towards the slot. Bouncing puck deflected. And Hansen behind his own net. He's pulled down. That'll be your first penalty of the hockey game. It's Wickline who scored the goal. He's going to go to the box. River Dragons get the touch at center. Exactly 9 minutes into this opening frame, and they now will be shorthanded for the first time in the hockey game. Wickline's going to go for tripping. Zydeco power play is 9th in the league at 15.8%. River Dragons kill first at 86.4%. So certainly on paper the matchup favors Columbus, but again, you just don't want to take a team like the Zydeco lightly. So Wickline to the Abercrombie bonding penalty box. 2 minutes for tripping as we start things out here. Petrantonio will dump it down the ice after the River Dragons win the draw and send it out. Austin Doe also out there with him up front. Underwood and Bockwell the D. That puck slides right in front of the net but turned away by Underwood and sent right back down the ice. Zydeco must regroup. Columbus will change up its forwards. 30 seconds gone, and the man advantage for the Zydeco. 1-0 River Dragons lead. Astlin will dump it around to the far side. Played to the right point. It's kept in there. The Zydeco for the first time trying to set it up here. Good pressure on the kill here by the River Dragons, and it forces a pass to the left wing side that is kept in on the wall by Hansen. Feeds it up top. Shot right in on goal, and Roy the save. David Astlin right down the firing line from the left point. Roy able to gobble that one up in the pads. 5 seconds shy of the halfway mark of this first period. Columbus with a 1-0 lead. That's only the second shot of the game for the Zydeco. Petrantonio and Doe go back out there up front. Gill and Shinkarik back on defense here. Zydeco thought they had the draw, but then Petrantonio picked it off and sent it right down. And then he and Doe go right back off the ice, and they are replaced by two new forwards. Went out there, did the job, and well, that was that. Back in come the Zydeco. Gill trying to clear to the left side. Cox holding it in. He'll get it up top. Getting it back from Weber. Cox fakes a shot. Left side corner. Carter tried to center. That one is blocked. Cleared past Cox by Gill, and out it goes. 33 seconds to go, and the man advantage here for the Baton Rouge Zydeco. River Dragons with a 1-0 lead. Just past the halfway mark of the first. Zydeco moving it in. They'll wrap it around behind the net. Stevens on the far side with the backhand and a save. Roy coming to his left to shut it down, and he holds on to the rebound. That'll get us to a break here. 9:20 to go in the first. 1-0 River Dragons. Back with more in a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Hello there. My name is Seychelle, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that punch of flavors that's unlike any other. You get the crispy tenderness of the chicken and that hint of sourness from the pickles. Ta-da!
Hey, I'm Juan, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is every single time you take a bite, you know you're gonna get chicken that's crispy, golden, and juicy. The Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich is the gold standard of chicken sandwiches. There's no touching it.
Here he comes, boys.
Sure is beautiful.
Here it is, boys. Who's ready to put it to work?
Me? There's only one way to settle this.
Where'd he come from? I win.
Never saw him coming.
Must be the camo.
Drive off in a new John Deere from SunSouth right now with 0% financing on select models. SunSouth, equipment for those that do.
Fueling life's passions.
9:20 to go in the first period here. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A Midland. 1-0 River Dragons. Cody Wickline scored the goal. He's also currently serving the penalty for tripping. 21 seconds to go in that. Face off to the left of Tyler Roy. Robinson looking over his shoulder before stepping in for this face-off here. And are they going to let him stay? He didn't like that puck drop. Let's see if they do it again. Face off one back. Gill chasing it on to the near side. Puck tied up in that left wing corner. Pulled free by Rowan. Rowan right into the slot with a quick shot. That's blocked. Goes back to the right point. Kept in there by Carter. Ends up on the near wing. Time ticks down. Wickline is out of the Abercrombie Bonding penalty box as they spring him out. 1-0 River Dragons maintain the lead. They're now 1-for-1 on the penalty kill. Columbus trying to reset here in the defensive zone, but I tell you what, the Zydeco being pesky on the forecheck right now. Columbus having a little trouble exiting. McLean is pressured. Puck pinballs back to him. He'll move to center. McLean to the right side. In over the line. Carries in with a wrist shot. Hit the D. Cleared back out by Baton Rouge. Shinkarik crossed up Slahetka there. He had to go back for it. Jemaev in trouble. Just inside the blue line. Just gets rid of it. Columbus trying to change the lines back out here, even things up. Right now, the Wick line's out there with Petrantonio and Doe. Hansen is crushed onto the boards, and that's going to bring a pile, but also an offside call against the Zydeco. And that offside is brought to you by Old School Barbershop. Are your sides a little off? Get lined up today at Old School Barbershop. They're online at oldschoolbarber.com. Book your next appointment online anytime. You can also book online 24/7 through their Instagram and Facebook. Face off just outside that River Dragons blue line. Controlled by Columbus. Left side, Zydeco will dump it in from center. 7:46 to go in the first. 1-0 River Dragons in the lead. Petrantonio on the right side, cuts his man off on the wall. Hussey, puck forced away from him. And that one just cleared off the glass now, and out it goes. Well over the head, a pop off. Zydeco will chase it back down the ice. Right side, here's Popoff. Popoff lost a roller at center. Hansen turned it right back in. Zydeco trying to quickly go back on the counter. Fed towards the point. French keeping it in with a long shot. Tipped wide of Roy just in front of the net. Petrantonio down with it, and he'll use the glass and get that puck to center. Columbus starting a change here, but it's sent right back in. Left side, here's Bryce French. Knocked away from him, but sent right back down the wall from the point. Petrantonio behind his own net, trying to backhand it around the far side. A roller up the boards. Hunter to the line, not out. Right back to Petrantonio. He will get it to center this time. Tipped on. Krupp towards Hunter. Hunter trying to squeeze through a check. Bulling his way to the front of the net. He's finally tied up. Puck into the corner. Sweeps it around the rim, but it's kept in now. Right point by McDonald. McDonald tried to go back toward Moore, not in time. Moore scoops it in behind the net. That one is picked up by Larwood. He'll feed Weber, and they break to center, but the pass is errant. Hunter right back in. Wanted Moore, hit him in the skates. Now Larwood will turn with it. Right side, gets it to center. Here comes the Zydeco up the right wing. Pushing his way in is Weber. Weber centers, nobody there. Puck to the point, not out. Long shot coming in, Roy's save. Weber went heavily into the end wall after a collision. He's all right, though. River Dragons trying to move it ahead. Bouncing puck in space. Here's McDonald in on the backhand with a shot. Left pad save. Moore's ridden into the net. And now a penalty coming up against the Zydeco for interference. And now at center ice, we've got Underwood tangling with Larwood. Starting to get a little warm in this building. Interference is the call against Taylor Cutting. And the River Dragons onto their first, the loft power play of the game. Penalty coming at 14:05 of period number one. River Dragons power play fourth in the league, 25.3%. Fifth on the kill, though, for the Zydeco, 80% even. Pretty good numbers for them. That's just a sign of hard work. So Columbus out with the unit that they refer to as the five. Storjahan, Moore, Petrantonio, Doe, and McDonald, five forwards. Face off to the right of Lavallere, who has not had a heck of a lot to do here in the second half of this period. Still 1-0 Columbus. Puck cleared to the line. Doe keeps in. Left side, here's McDonald. Cross ice. Storjahan has room. A wrist shot. Lavallere blocker save, and the rebound cleared out. First, the Loft power play of the night for the River Dragons. The Loft features live music every Friday and Saturday night. Show your River Dragons ticket stub for a 2-for-1 deal on cover. There's Moore in the right side corner, trying to put it in front to the line. It's off the mid of Moore, and now chance to clear here for Carter. He gets it ahead. Here's Cox in, shorthanded chance developing. Cross ice feed, a shot, and that one is golfed over top of the net. Boy, if that pass was on the money for Robinson, he gets a better shot away, doesn't miss the net. That could be in. Moore back the other way. Now he feeds over Storjahan, and splitting to his right, a save by Lavallere. Rebound is cleared down the ice. And what a brilliant stop that was from the Zydeco netminder. Hunter back the other way. This pass is deflected back. River Dragons have to regroup. 52 seconds to go on the man advantage. 4:43 to go in the first. Quick line, right side. Getting it ahead, Jamaev in over the line, knocked down as he gets in, and the play was whistled down offside. So we're going to get a break with 4:38 to go in the first. 43 seconds left to go in the River Dragons power play. They lead it 1-0 over the Baton Rouge Zydeco. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Hey, my name is Justice, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nugget trays is when it's time for football season and time to have the boys over, Chick-fil-A was it. You bite into it and it's juicy, you got flavors popping. Oh yeah. On any D-A-Y, I need C-F-A.
Hey y'all, my name is Soraya, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A nugget trays is how easy it is. That convenience of being able to order through the app is just unmatched. When I place that tray down, those nuggets won't be there for long. Everyone loves them.
Peppermint season is back at Tim Hortons with even more peppermint flavor. It's the tastiest, mintiest way to cheers the holidays. 'Tis the season to treat yourself with any $1 medium latte when you order on the app. Only at Tim Hortons.
Introducing New Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Music to my ears.
You don't have ears.
Starry, it's different.
Face-off coming up just outside the Zydeco blue line. Tom Callahan here with you, River Dragons fans. 43 seconds to go in this River Dragons power play. 1-0 Columbus leads it. Wickline out there at center for the draw. He wins it back smartly to Shinkarik. Left side here, Slahetka in over the line, leaving it at the line, and out it goes. Wickline back over to Jamaev, to Shinkarik. Shinkarik tried to stick handle his way in, fell, but in doing so, kept the puck in. French after it. Behind the net, Wickline trying to get after him. Puck in the slot. French couldn't get out of the zone with it. Jamaev stops at the line, feeding it toward Shinkarik. Shinkarik, boy, nice job to recover that and not give up a breakaway. River Dragons back in. Slahetka with a wrist shot save. Big rebound. That one's played away. Another penalty coming up to the Zydeco. Back-to-back penalties against Baton Rouge. It'll be 7 seconds of a 5-on-3, slashing the indication. Well, we've got a moment. Let's take a quick break. 10 seconds along the network for station identification.
You're listening to River Dragons Hockey on WKCN HD2 Fort Moore, Columbus, and W295AY Crystal Valley. 106.9 really rocks.
So Larwood into the box for slashing at 15:58. River Dragons brief 5-on-3. They win the draw to set it up. Doe up top, Petrantonio. Feeds it back across, cutting over, and now the 5-on-3 over is McDonald in space, lost it, but Petrantonio, a shot, save made, rebound, just past the goal line. And now given up on the far side by Storjahan. And Zydeco with a chance to move it ahead, they'll dump it in. Roy has to fight it off with a blocker. That was actually headed towards the net. Columbus now 0 for 1 with a man advantage. This is now their second the loft power play. McDonald stick handles in, left side he leaves it for Petrantonio. He'll set it up in the half boards. Up top, Doe. Doe leaving it into space, and now more movement to the right side on the half boards to McDonald. McDonald up top, wrist shot in, and Lavigueur the glove save. He'll hold on. 3:13 to go in the first. The Loft features live music every Friday and Saturday night. Show your River Dragons ticket stub for 2-for-1 cover. And this Saturday night, tomorrow night, we have a post-game party with the River Dragons at the Loft. Come on down and join us for that. Face-off is dug back by the Zydeco. Swung off the glass out of play. Look out. That one looked like it bounced off somebody's head. Oh, no. Nope, that little guy. They're going to take him over to get some medical attention. It'll be all right, buddy. .309, River Dragons win the draw. McDonald with a quick shot and Petrantonio to the left side. He'll set up on the left half wall. Puck into the slot, and the Zydeco able to clear it away up the left wing. Rowan bringing it ahead. There's a shot in on goal. Glove saved by Roy. As he snags that one ticketed for the top corner. .44 seconds left to go in the power play. River Dragons lead at 1-0. They have not generated much on either power play yet so far. Hansen's got to step in after Brendan Hussey waved out of the faceoff. Columbus winning it back. A little pitch and catch behind the net here. And now here's Shinkarik moving it up the left side. Shinkarik around one, carrying it in over the line. Shinkarik into the right wing. Girls looking for a little bit of help, leaves it towards Wickline, but pushed away from him and out of the zone. Columbus trying to push back in. That pass cut off by Hussey. Boy, Hunter tried to go cross ice right at the blue line with it, and now Shinkarik spills to the ice as he went into the boards heavily against Hussey, and Shinkarik is slow to get up and looks like he's in some pain down there. Trainer's quickly out to take a look at him. Shinkarik is going to get up. He's going to head off the ice, favoring that right shoulder. Yeah, he went in awkwardly. Not sure if he tried to catch himself. That's a big loss for the River Dragons. That is by far their best skating defenseman right there. Hopefully it's nothing too major. .14 seconds left to go in the power play. River Dragons up 1-0 on the Zydeco. Face off to the right of the Columbus net. Hussey able to win this one back. Ozelinch with a shot from the point that does not get on goal. Hussey tracks it into the left side corner. And now Columbus moving it ahead as time ticks down in the power play. And the River Dragons dropped 0 for 2 with the man advantage, but here's Jemayev into the left wing corner. He'll cycle it around towards Wickline. Wickline tried to send it in front, but it rolled on him. That allows an interception by Ozelinch. Played around to the far side. Larwood just jams it off the dasher, and out it goes. Both teams change it up as Underwood getting it ahead. Sturgeon will dump it in. Wickline up after it. Sent past him, though, back up the near side. Underwood at center. Getting it across, here's Gill at the stripe, he'll dump it in. Zydeco off the boards, hit Krupp, but now they carry it out. Led ahead by Stevens on the left side, in over the line. Stevens tried to go inside out on Bockwell, and he was having none of that. Just put a shoulder in him. Weber intercepts with a shot from the point, save made. And the rebound side of the net. Tried to center, but taken away there. And off the glass, Bockwell dumps it down. Andrioli up on the forecheck as David Aslan chased behind his net by Andrioli. He'll leave it off for Carter. Under a minute to go in the first. 1-0 River Dragons. Wickline the goal scorer. Carter will dump it in from center, and it kicks right back in front of the River Dragons net. Petrantonio was tripped and is slow to get up. Andrioli back up the right side. He'll dump it in, and boy, you always worry about the captain when he gets up slow like that. Looks like he's all right, though. Now Krupp on the forecheck. Deflects a pass away. Weber's got to try the other side. Around the rim, Cox trying to clear. Puck still not out of the zone. Andrioli hanging on, now turned over to Krupp. Krupp will flip it in. McDonald behind the net. McDonald centering attempt, blocked. Andrioli trying to get there to the piles. Lehecka down the left side wall. Hunter chipping it back around, looking for McDonald. He steals it away from Carter out the near side. McDonald, time winding down to the period. McDonald right side, trying to backhand in front, blocked. Out the far side with it is Robinson. He'll send it out, and that's it for the period. So the River Dragons do get one in the frame, but that's all. Despite having 2 power plays, they end up 0 for 2 with a man advantage, and Columbus skates off with a 1-0 advantage over the Baton Rouge Zydeco. 20 minutes in here at the Columbus Civic Center. And so now it's our time to go to the Sun South John Deere first period intermission. And we will be joined by Nolan Slahetka. He will be our intermission guest here today, so we'll hear what he has to say, and we'll also take a look at that Zelmo zipping out of town scoreboard. Plus, we've got a wrap of the scoring coming your way as well. Plenty to talk about here. 20 minutes in the books, and the River Dragons have a 1-0 lead over the Baton Rouge Zydeco. Back with more in a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Here he comes, boys.
Sure is beautiful.
Here it is, boys. Who's ready to put it to work?
Me? There's only one way to settle this.
Where'd he come from? I win.
Never saw him coming.
Must be the camo.
Drive off in a new John Deere from SunSouth right now with 0% financing on select models. SunSouth, equipment for those that do.
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
Peppermint season is back at Tim Hortons with even more peppermint flavor. It's the tastiest, mintiest way to cheers the holidays. 'Tis the season to treat yourself with any $1 medium latte when you order on the app. Only at Tim Hortons.
Welcome back here in the first period intermission report, brought to you by SunSouth John Deere. Nolan Slahetka joining us right now. Nolan, thanks for the time and appreciate you coming on. Let's talk a little bit about how the team's going lately. You guys are winners of 7 in a row right now. What's going right?
I think the guys are just meshing well. We're kind of getting to know each other each and every day better and better. So it's always nice, and the road trips always help too. You get to bond with the guys like that, and we just got a really good locker room right now, and the boys are enjoying to come to the rink and enjoying being around each other.
Got a little bit of hockey weather there, traveling up to Virginia. It was pretty cold up there.
Yeah, it's been probably the coldest days that we've experienced since coming to Georgia. So now we're blessed with some 60-degree weather. So yeah, it's beautiful out right now, and can't beat it.
Well, that's part of the perks of coming to Columbus, right? A lot of people talk about the things they like about coming to Columbus. What have you found about this River Dragons organization that you like?
Oh, no, it's a first-class organization. Everyone, you get treated the best here. And, you always hear it around the league, even if you're on a different team. Columbus is definitely the spot to play, and got the best fans in the league, got the best ownership in the league, got the best everything, I think, in the league. So it's hard to compete with just when you're doing everything the best.
Talk to us, if you will, about, I know Boomer talked about in our pregame show, talking about, hey, I want the team to improve on these certain things. What were you guys working on in practice this week?
Just kind of being more aware. We don't want to give up maybe as many 2-on-1s or breakaways this weekend or these coming months. Leading up to playoffs, we want to fix those little kinks and just make sure that when it is time for playoffs, this is just something in the rearview mirror.
Because you've been playing so well lately and really all season long, do you feel like at this point it is more about the details than anything else?
Yeah, for sure. We got the team, we got the skill, we got everything kind of to be the best team. Now we just kind of got to get down to the nitty gritty and make sure we're doing every little thing right. And it's just going to make it easier on us for for everything. And I think that getting all the little stuff down and memorize, I think it will make it just a lot easier.
All right, Nolan, thanks for the time. We appreciate it. Best of luck out there.
Yeah, thanks, Scotty.
All right, back with more in just a moment.
Here he comes, boys.
Sure is beautiful.
Here it is, boys. Who's ready to put it to work?
Me? There's only one way to settle this.
Where'd he come from? I win.
Never saw him coming.
Must be the camo.
Drive off in a new John Deere from SunSouth right now with 0% financing on select models. SunSouth, equipment for those that do.
For a limited time, get super fast internet and YouTube TV starting at just $82.98 per month.
Wow. Peppermint season is back at Tim Hortons with even more peppermint flavor. It's the tastiest, mintiest way to cheers the holidays. 'Tis the season to treat yourself with any $1 medium latte when you order on the app. Only at Tim Hortons.
Hi-ho, your gas is getting low, but you're in luck, pull your car or truck into Zelmo's.
This month at Zelmo's, all Celsius energy drinks, 2 for $4.
But you're in luck, pull your car or truck into Zelmo's.
Always clean, always fast, always friendly. Zelmo's Zip In, fueling life's passions for 20 years.
Air.com. We're always here when you need us. Air Force Heating and Air. License number PC 0004272, EC 0101216. It's the 5th anniversary season of Columbus River Dragons hockey, and RiverDragonsMerch.com has everything you need, including our new limited edition anniversary look. OurDragonsMerch.com has something for all ages, with a variety of hats, shirts, jackets, and more. Plus, cool souvenir items like the always popular fan chains, pucks, and keychains. Want to order a gift for someone? We'll ship it for you. Just go online to OurDragonsMerch.com. And we are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. Tom Callahan here with you. Our thanks to Nolan Slahetka for joining us in the first period intermission. Don't forget, in the second period intermission, we're going to have Tom's mailbag going on. And you can text your questions to 844-987-4456. 844-987-4456. And I want to tell everybody, please get your questions in ahead of time. And I know a couple of folks have said, hey, you didn't see my question, you didn't read my question. They show up late. It takes a minute for them to go through the system and to propagate, and then for them to actually show up. So, I mean, I'm just now checking in. I have 19 unread messages from last week's game. Last time we did the mailbag, but once the segment's over, I don't end up checking the mailbag again until we get around to next week. So get your questions in early for your chance to win a River Dragons prize pack. Now, I have had people text me just to win. It doesn't work that way. You can't just say, hey, I want to win. I need a question. It's got to be a good one, or maybe silly or kind of weird. It just has to be my personal favorite, okay? It doesn't have to be the most technical question. It just has to be the one that I like the most on that given night. So depending on how well you know my sense of humor and if you've been paying attention at all to the broadcasts, what might actually net you the winning prize pack, I don't know. It'll be different every night. Let's face it, I'm the sole judge, the sole arbiter, and whatever I decide to pick, well, hey, that's the winner. But again, there's got to be something attached to it. It can't just be, hey, I want to win. I need your name, and I need your question. That'll be in the second period intermission. And again, the number is 844-987-4456. Those who have won prize packs, we're assembling those for you now, and hopefully we'll be contacting you here in this next week. And we'll get those out there for you, an Ignite Sports prize pack. Okay, so 1-0 River Dragons. After one period of play, this first period intermission is brought to you by Sun South John Deere. It's equipment for those that do. The only goal to tell you about belongs to Cody Wickline. Wickline recording his 11th of the year from Alexander Jamath, and that now gives Wickline points in 4 straight games. They have added an assist to Alex Storjahan. And so let's see here. Now that gives, I believe, that broke up. His point streak was broken. Would have been 5 games had he had a point in the game on the 20th, but he did not. So a chance to start afresh for him. Wickline is now to 4 games on his point streak. Coming into tonight, Kyle Moore is on a 6-game heater. Austin Doe has points in his last 3. Jamaev now with a 3-game point streak, thanks to the fact that he picked up the helper on that goal. And how about Ryan Hunter, a 7-game streak coming into tonight? But I think the guy we have to talk about right now, as far as point streaks go, is J-Mac. Justin McDonald, 15 goals, 20 assists, 35 points over the course of a 17-game point streak that continues coming into tonight. He has at least a point a game since December 1st. We're almost to the end of January. That's just an unbelievable stretch. And because of that stretch where McDonald's been really over 2 points a game, he has surged up the league leaderboards in several categories. He's now 2nd in league scoring. He's 2nd in assists, 35 to Peter Panachik's 38. He has 54 points to Yanni Liarakos' 56 points. He also leads the league in plus-minus at plus 28. And McDonald averaging 2 points a game. That is 2nd behind the 2.3 points a game for Liarakos. And his 6-game winning goals this year is 2 behind Gus Ford's 8 for the Carolina Thunderbirds. So there's a look at just what that has done for Justin McDonald. He has been on an absolute tear. And this River Dragons team's been going right along with him. And McDonald has found a way just to help put pucks in the net. Obviously 20 assists, but also 15 goals in that stretch. And he's arguably the hottest guy wearing a River Dragons jersey right now. Shots on goal in the period. River Dragons 11-4 over Baton Rouge. Power plays, Columbus was 0 for 2, and the Zydeco 0 for 1. Let's turn our attention to the Zelmo's zip-in out-of-town scoreboard. Right now, it's 2-1 Port Huron leading Elmira. That is in the late stages of the second period. It's 2-1 Binghamton over the Watertown Wolves at Watertown Arena. That's through one period of play. Also through the opening frame at Big Boy Arena, the Motor City Rockers with a 1-0 lead on the Blue Ridge Bobcats. And then we turn our attention to the NHL here. Well, actually, no, let me tell you, because they're underway now at the Mississippi Gulf Coast Coliseum. 1-1 tie between Carolina and Mississippi. Last night, the Seawolves with a tidy 5-1 win over the Thunderbirds. So we now turn our attention to the NHL. 4 games tonight. 2 going on right now. Golden Knights with a 3-1 lead in the second over the New York Rangers. Panthers won. Penguins won. That's also in the second. 9 o'clock Eastern time tonight, Kings are at the Avalanche. 10 o'clock, the Blues are at the Kraken. And NCAA men's basketball, only one ranked team in action tonight. That's number 13, Wisconsin. They are 15-8 leaders over Michigan State as we speak right now. So that's it for that Zelmo's zip-in out-of-town scoreboard. Columbus here with a 1-0 lead, and really for the River Dragons, I I don't want to call the first period disappointing. You come out with a lead, yeah, that's good, but boy, it just felt like the River Dragons left an awful lot of meat on the bone in that period. Just felt like there was so much more there that Columbus did not discover. Scoring chances that not only went left unfinished, but even ungenerated. So that's something that I thought was interesting for the River Dragons as well, was the fact that they just really did not take advantage when they could have of a couple of key chances in that Zydeco zone. So let's see if they can do that here in period number 2. But they've got that 1-0 lead thanks to Cody Wickline's 11th of the season. And that's it for our first period intermission report. When we come back, it'll be time for second period action brought to you by Wow Internet. That's on the other side of the break. River Dragons lead at 1-0 after 1. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
The neighborhood.
Winter is upon us. We must prepare. Cold and darkness will spread across the land. The nights will be long.
Hey, what are you guys doing? Air Force is here to fix the heat.
Don't let winter leave you out in the cold. Call Air Force Heating and Air now for our special $79 AC gas furnace or heat pump tune-up, only for a limited time. Air Force Heating and Air is always here for you.
Here he comes, boys.
Sure is beautiful.
Here it is, boys. Who's ready to put it to work?
Me? There's only one way to settle this.
Where'd he come from?
I win.
Never saw him coming.
Must be the camo.
Drive off in a new John Deere from SunSouth right now with 0% financing on select models. SunSouth, equipment for those that do.
We all dream, but dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
Period number 2. Tom Callahan here with you. Cast of Thousands on hand here tonight. It's ladies' night. Tomorrow night is Hometown Heroes Night, honoring our first responders. Bring your ID to the box office tomorrow if you're a first responder. Show your valid ID. You get $2 off a ticket. And you get 10% off of the merchandise stand. We appreciate you very much. Thank you so much for everything you do here for the Columbus community. River Dragons get set to go. They will skate right to left. In the red unis here at home on a Friday night. Zydeco in the white road uniforms. Cody Wickline, the goal scorer. It is 1-0 River Dragons. We are starting 5 aside here in period number 2. Brought to you by Wow Internet. The Columbus River Dragons are proud to partner with WOW again this season. Team up with WOW Internet and YouTube TV. It's a good deal for good sports fans. Go Dragons! Ty Roy in the net down to our right. And William Lavalier. I reached out to the Zydeco broadcaster, Joseph Furtado, and of course, when you're texting in the middle of a game, you don't see everything right away, but Joseph got back to me and let me know that it's Lavalier. So make sure we say that right. Got to keep the moms and the dads happy as much as we can. All right, we're underway. Puck at center. Larwood trying to break in on the left side, but Underwood knocked it away from him. He'll turn around and spin it into the near side corner of the Columbus zone. See if the River Dragons maybe can come up with a couple of more grade A scoring chances here. I don't think the compete level was off necessarily, but boy, you certainly would like to see the execution, I think, rise a little more. Columbus dumps it to an open wing, chased by Moore. He'll dump it in from center, takes a hit along the way, and now he turns around to give the business to Larwood. And now it's turned over on the left side. Hunter, but taken off his stick by Weber. Weber trying to dance his way out of the zone, turned it over to Hunter. He got it right back into McDonald. McDonald steps in, slot. Here's Hunter following, wrist shot, deflected wide. McDonald, left corner to Moore. Larwood leaning on him. Moore trying to kick it free over there. Ends up on the far side, and the Zydeco with a chance to clear off the glass, and out it goes. Down the ice it goes. Weber chasing. Will it be icing? No, they wave it off. Bockwell was not pleased at that. Columbus up the left side. Puck tipped ahead. Doe couldn't hang on to it, though. 1:20 gone in the second. Columbus with a 1-0 lead. Petrantonio up on the forecheck. Puck into the right side corner. Andrioli behind the net to Doe. A little too hot to handle. Around to the left point. Doesn't reach Slahetka. Carter cuts it off on the wall. Pardon me, Tellstrom, right side, but that's offside. And that offside is brought to you by Old School Barber Shop. They're online at oldschoolbarberShoppe.com. If your sides are a little off and you need to get lined up, book your next appointment online anytime, plus 24/7 through their Instagram and Facebook. It's Old School Barbershop. River Dragons look to move it ahead. On the left side, here's Doe through center. Getting it across Andrioli. Andrioli setting it behind the net, and a penalty coming up against the Zydeco. It's going to be a hooking call, and the River Dragons to the loft power play number 3, where they're 0 for 2 here. This is another place you want to see the River Dragons bear down here in the early going. Boy, the power plays when the Zydeco are handing them to you here, and as I mentioned, this is now the 3rd time. You got to cash in on these. Hooking against Brendan Hussey. Face off to the right of that Zydeco net. And the River Dragons will go to work setting it up. The Loft features live music every Friday and Saturday night. There's a chance in McDonald from the slot. And that one tipped wide, and it clears itself down the ice. If you show your River Dragons ticket stub at the Loft, you get 2-for-1 cover, plus post-game party with the River Dragons tomorrow night following the game. Here's McDonald back in over the line. Petrantonio on the left half wall. Columbus will go to work setting it up. Petrantonio up top to Doe. Doe, McDonald, far dot, back across. Petrantonio had to hop over his stick. He feeds it down to Moore. Left point, Petrantonio lets it go. Looking for a tip. Storjahan couldn't get a stick to it. McDonald on the far side. Carter took it away. He clears. 2:45 into the second. There's now 1:05 left to go on the man advantage for the River Dragons as they start the change. Petrantonio will lug the puck through center. In on the right side, Petrantonio curls behind the net. Tried to force it on the near wing. He still has it. In front, backdoor feed. Jemayev cutting. Couldn't get a shot away. Carries behind the net. Jemayev out looking in front. Getting it to the point. Hunter in with a wrist shot. Tipped on goal. And Lavalier with a save. A redirect right at the side of the goal there. Nice job by Underwood. And to make a big glove stop. Well, I'll tell you who I don't see out there, and a little bit of a cause for concern. No 91. Carter Shinkarik left the game in the first period, favoring his right shoulder after an awkward fall into the boards. Hopefully he's all right, but he's not out there here for the period. Face-off is one back, swung around and off a stanchion. It clears right between the D. Bockwell has to go back. So Columbus ostensibly down to 5D. Up the left side, here's Jamath. Jamath will carry it in over the line. He'll curl into the slot. That pass actually goes all the way across the ice. Picked up there, shot by Hunter, tipped in on goal. Lavalier the save. 18 seconds to go on the power play. 1-0 River Dragons. 3:35 into this second period. Same two teams at it again tomorrow night, 7:05. Columbus starting an 8-game homestand here tonight, so plenty of time to check out the River Dragons here at the Columbus Civic Center right up through the middle of next month. Storjahan over the face-off. He'll win it back up top. Underwood doesn't shoot, gets it over, now back up top right on the line. Left side now, Bockwell. Down low, a chance, and into the skates. Jamaev still couldn't get a shot away, and Haskins took a knee, blocked it by the time he finally did. Puck cleared out, that'll do it for the power play. River Dragons 0 for 3. Bockwell tried a shot, blocked by a defender. Storjahan on the right side. Looking for Wickline around behind the net. Jamaev scoops it up. Jamaev centered, but that one went off of Tellstrom. Tellstrom spun himself to the ice, but puck cleared out. A little help from his friends there, but right back in. Storjahan on the right wing. Feeds it into the slot. Tipped away, but not out. Bockwell holding it in. Feeds into the left side corner. In front. Storjahan is robbed by Lavalier. And the puck cleared out and down. A race for it now. And they say no icing. Slaheka back, has to leave it off for his defense partner, and then ran into the linesman. Up the left side, here's Krupp. Krupp with the lead ahead to Andrioli. Andrioli with a backhand. That one didn't get enough on to get it back to Krupp. Haskins, far side, up to the right point. Kept him, pop off with a wrist shot. Blocked by traffic. Krupp on the near side. Tried to cycle it deep. That one hit Haskins, puts it behind the net. Zydeco will regroup here. Petrantonio trying to force it up the near side to Hussey. Krupp up with the puck into the slot area. Andrioli can't come up with it. Petrantonio battling for it there. It's wedged out. A bouncer back down the ice in on Roy. He'll leave it aside. Zydeco changing it up. Now Slaheka to center. Krupp will fire it in left side. Around the rim it goes. Into the right wing corner. Andrioli after it. Andrioli trying to put it in front. Pass block came right back to him behind the net. Andrioli on the near side to the left point. Slaheka steers it towards the net. A bouncing puck. Lavalier the save. And he'll hold on. 5.5 gone here in the second period. 1-0 River Dragons in the lead. Back with more in a moment on Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Honey, what is that?
It's our new internet. I had to have it.
Oh, wow.
Good internet.
Good internet.
Choose WOW and get Internet 500 for just $39.99 a month and get $100 on us.
Wow.
So fast, so reliable, so much to love. For a limited time, get Internet 1 gig for just $50 a month.
Wow.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
MJ Graham back in the building tonight on the bench in his assistant coach role. He has played many games for the Zydeco this season. Face-off will come to the right of the Zydeco net. Well, it was just at the beginning of last year that Graham, it was actually one of my first assignments for the team, was to talk to MJ Graham and talk to him about his then retirement. So he was stepping away from the game of hockey, but then this year, I guess, well, decided he missed it. He's back. Now he's in Baton Rouge helping out both on and off the ice. Puck tossed away to center here by the Zydeco. The River Dragons on the regroup. Trying to come in the right wing. A pass from McDonald didn't get through. Popoff steps up from the right point. He'll carry it down low, banks it in front. McDonald, a pass to Hunter, and he's denied right on the doorstep. That's kept in right side. Popoff with a shot, and that's deflected away by the blocker. And now back the other way quickly as Weber up on the right wing. Weber delays down the wall. Now flings it around behind the net. Popoff over after the rolling puck. Trying to leave it behind the goal. Hunter over to help out. Has to push up that near side wall, but Carter from the right point keeps it in. Now back around the rim it goes. McDonald ahead, has Hunter. Now Mort. Right side pass off his skate, and he's going to head to the bench for the change. Hunter up after the puck. He gets ridden into the glass there heavily by Cutting. And back up Weber, right wing. Flings it cross ice. Underwood on it. Lost it. And now a chance down low, but that's flipped away in front of the net. I don't think Stevens ever really settled that puck. And now the Zydeco looking for an offensive chance. They've only got 5 shots in this hockey game, Baton Rouge, and we are now approaching 7 minutes into the second period, but the hitting's starting to pick up here a little. Carter centers, but that puck bounces away, and now a chance if they can hit the stretch, and no, they can't. Gill was going for the breakaway pass, and he was open, but the pass hit him about halfway up the shin guard. Pretty good job just to get a boot to it. Puck is in the Zydeco zone, but Columbus unable to do anything with it so far. Jemayev on the left side for a little help. Puck at the line. Underwood keeps it into the far side corner. Over after it is French. They'll move that to center, and he gets picked up by Petrantonio. Cox will dump it in from there. Roy stays put, lets it go around to the near side. Underwood lost it. Here's Cox in the right wing, but he coughed it up on the boards. Jemayev wedging it out, and now a race up the right side. Petrantonio moving in. Petrantonio off angle with a chance. Lavalier the save, and he'll hold the puck as it drops in front of him off his left shoulder. When Petrantonio was pushing up all by himself, Cody Wickline was well at the end of his shift and was just giving it his level best to try to catch up, but there was like zero gas in the tank right there. He needed to stop at Zelmos at about center ice. Face off to the left of the Zydeco net. 7:52 gone in the second. 1-0 River Dragons. Draw one back to the right point, and there's a shot coming in. Hit traffic, didn't get through. Now Andrioli on the rebound. Right half boards, down low. Petrantonio behind the net, steering it towards the left point. Bockwell, his shot save made, rebound in front, and it's still sitting in the crease, popped up in the air, comes down side of the net, knocked away to the left point. Bockwell holding it in. Doe with his wrister blocked at the point. Slaheka, long shot in, Lavalier, glove save, and he holds on. I will say this, the Zydeco have done a nice job collapsing down low in front of their goaltender and blocking a lot of shots. The River Dragons have 18 up on the board, but they could have more than that, probably in that 25 to 30 range, if the Zydeco were not collapsing and taking away that shooting lane in front of the net as well as they are. Face off to the left of that Baton Rouge net. Cleared up to the right point, not out. Slaheka holding it in. Bounced off his leg to center. River Dragons dump it in, but they're offside. They tag. Carter behind his own net, trying to backhand it around to the far side. And there's a lead at center. Zydeco in on the wing. The pass was behind Hussey. Picked up there Hansen. Shot towards the net, knocked away by Bockwell. Never did make it to the cage. Slaheka back on the right wing. Andrioli attacking into the slot, looking for Petrantonio, knocked away. Andrioli trying to keep it in on the right wing side. Puck squirts free to an open wing. Columbus will elect to use that chance to change it up. Zydeco back the other way. Carter tried to dump it in. Get around Bockwell. He ended up on top of Bockwell, but he couldn't get back to the puck, so it was effective. Hussey back in his own end after it for the Zydeco. Around to the right side, play it ahead. And now here they come in the right wing. There's a shot in. Oh, boy, off the left arm of Roy. It leaked just wide of the near post, but didn't go in. Now stretch the other way. River Dragons in with a breakaway chance to the backhand. They score! Kyle Moore picks up the pass, and he goes backhand through the wickets on the goaltender Lavalier. River Dragons extend the lead. It's 2-0. Absolutely perfect pass. Caught Moore in stride for his 12th goal of the year. And the River Dragons, boy, they needed that one. They felt like they were coming up with all kinds of chances, but coming up empty. They push back in. Here's McDonald in with a chance, and he missed the net. Boy, McDonald with an absolutely on-the-tape pass. Ryan Gill picks up a helper as well. Here's Stevenson, stolen away by McDonald. He's back up the right side. McDonald in over the line. Looking to slide it in towards Hunter. Hunter looping in the high slot, fed it in front, blocked away by the Zydeco. And they'll move it ahead now. Back to the attack, the Zydeco still trying to find a way to get some offense here, and they don't get a shot out of it. Hunter back the other way, and McDonald ahead, 2-on-2. Feeds over to Moore, or Wickline on the left side. Up top, McDonald to the backhand in traffic. Had it taken away. Puck bounced on net. Lavalier will hold. 9:28 to go in the second. Columbus has stretched the lead to 2-0. We'll tell you about McDonald's scoring streak extension when we come back. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Watch out, watch out.
Yeah.
She said yes.
Yeah.
So fast, so reliable, so much to love. For a limited time, get Internet 1 gig for just $50 a month.
Wow.
Good internet.
For a limited time, get super fast internet and YouTube TV starting at just $82.98 per month.
Wow. $9:28 to go in the second, 2-0 River Dragons. All right, so here you go. Kyle Moore now has points in 7 straight. And that's impressive, right? That's a pretty darn good point streak. Justin McDonald, 18 games now with a point. 15 goals, 21 assists, 36 points, 2 points a game during that stretch. 18 straight games with at least a point. Unbelievable stretch for Justin McDonald. Draw in the Zydeco zone, cleared back out and down the ice. Bockwell on it. He's going to look to turn it the other way. River Dragons, oh boy, there was a open ice collision. I don't think it was intentional, but back the other way. Here's Storjahan moving in. Jemayev in the slot with a shot, and that one is deflected away. That hit a D in front. Shot for the point. That one floats wide. Wickline at the near side of the cage in front. Jemayev pushed off as he let the shot go, and Lavalier able to hold on. Yeah, at center, Jemayev was turning, and he ran into, I believe that was Taylor Cutting from the Zydeco. I don't think those two meant to hit each other. And those are oftentimes the worst and most dangerous collisions when you don't see the other guy coming. Jemayev popped back up a little quicker than Cutting did and was able to jump back in for a scoring chance. But, oh boy, you worry about those. That's why sometimes you'll see the worst hits in the game are the ones where teammates crash into each other because they don't see each other coming. And you just don't have a chance to brace for the impact. Zydeco with a stretch pass. They've got a chance in behind. And again, don't get a shot off. Bockel's going to go to the box. You're tripping, though, as he knocked down the man Hansen after the puck was gone. Zydeco on it. Puck at the right point. Carter with a shot. Roy the save. Rebound away to the corner. Extra man is on for the Zydeco with the goaltender on the bench. Kept in at the left point. And it's turned over. Krupp with the touch. Tripping will be the call against Bockwell, who is pleading his case on that one, but unfortunately, he is off to the box. .11:31, time of the penalty call. Zydeco to their second power play of the game as Bockwell into that Abercrombie bonding penalty box. 2 minutes for tripping. Face-off will be coming up to the right of Ty Roy. Zydeco do control the draw. They'll go to work trying to set it up. David Asselin up top of the shot. I don't think that one did get through to Roy. It's cleared out by Petrantonio. Forces the Zydeco to regroup all the way back in their own end. Petrantonio and Doe up front. Popoff and Slahetka on D. And now the puck kicked away, and now Petrantonio tried to break the center with it. Chirac reached back and stole it before he could turn it into a 2-on-1. Hussey back in for the Zydeco. Chirac, top of the near circle. Wrist shot, Roy the save, and he'll hold on to the rebound. Larwood was sniffing for one, but there was nothing there. 1:22 to go in the tripping call against Bockwell. 7:50 left to go in the second period. 2-0 Columbus. Robinson has the draw one away by Storjohn. Turned over behind the net, however. Zydeco going to work. Left point, here's Carter. Carter over to the right side, Stevens. Back to Carter. Far side of the dot into the slot. Weber shot trickling towards the goal. Roy the save, and they score. The rebound is pushed in front. Not sure who's going to get credit for the goal. It might be Weber. Actually, it is going to be Robinson. Power play goal for the Zydeco. They cut the lead in half. It's 2-1. And so for Robinson, that is his 12th goal of the season. Noah Robinson, the power play marker at 12:27. And despite the fact that was only the 11th shot of the hockey game for the Zydeco, it's still just a one-goal game. So the assists go to Weber and Tellstrom. And now back in come the Zydeco. There's a shot that's whipped wide on the stick side. Baton Rouge maybe feeling a little bit of energy, trying to capitalize. River Dragons dump it out to center. Back to 5-on-5 hockey, under 7 to go in this second period. Puck turned over at center. Tellstrom try to feed it back, hit Wickline. Wickline steps up, looking for a chance, has Jemayev with him. Feeds into the slot, there's a shot. Oh, just getting a piece with the blocker was Lavalier. Storjohn with a good chance from the slot. Wickline will feed it into the left side corner. Jemayev tried to tag Hussey back there, but he got it around the wall, but not out. Kept it on the right side. Here's Wickline into the right wing corner. Jemayev trying to dig back behind the net. Columbus cycling through a change while they're in the offensive zone. Here is Moore and Hunter stepping out to join McDonald here in a minute. Now pass off the stanchion, comes right to McDonald, walks in, drags, shoots, and that one is blocked in front of the net, and boy, it's a good thing Lavalier was down and out of position. But I think that was Tellstrom that just got in the way. Puck cleared, Columbus back on it. They'll move it ahead, McDonald into space, but a blind backhand pass gave it up. Weber, right side back in, tried to center, that one is taken out. River Dragons quickly back. Here's Hunter feeding McDonald right wing. They cut in over the line, chip into space, puck rolls through. Backhand shot by Hunter, right on the doorstep. Lavalier the save. Weber at center, he'll dump it in. Roy stays put. Pop off after the puck. Try to send it around far side. Stevens, centering attempt, and right in front of the net. Roy had to clear it away. Boy, oh boy, Weber was right there. Back come the River Dragons. Here's McDonald in over the line, left side, flips it, looking back door, a little too far for Andrioli. Andrioli in the corner to Hunter. And both McDonald and Hunter head off the ice here for the change. 5:09 to go in the second. 2-1 Columbus. Slahetka trying to go back the other way with it now in the right wing. He'll carry it in wide. Nolan Slahetka cutting in front with a wrist shot. Came right back to him. Rebound. Doe with a shot of the save. Lavalier. He'll hold on. 4:57 to go in the second. River Dragons with a 2-1 lead. Back with more in a moment on Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Honey, what is that?
It's our new internet. I had to have it.
Oh, wow.
Good internet.
Good internet.
Choose WOW and get Internet 500 for just $39.99 a month and get $100 on us.
Wow.
Here he comes, boys.
Sure is beautiful.
Here it is, boys. Who's ready to put it to work?
Me? There's only one way to settle this.
Where'd he come from?
I win.
Never saw him coming.
Must be the camo.
Drive off in a new John Deere from SunSouth right now with 0% financing on select models. SunSouth, equipment for those that do.
Good internet.
For a limited time, get super fast internet and YouTube TV starting at just $82.98 per month.
Wow. 4:57 to go in the second. 2-1 River Dragons. Shots 24 for Columbus, 11 for the Zydeco. Face-off will be coming up to the right of the Baton Rouge goal. I want to remind everybody of the mailbag segment coming up here. Best question will win an Ignite Sports prize pack. And you can text your question in now, 844-987-4456. 844-987-4456. Get your question in early. I need your name, and yes, you do have to have a question in order to be entered to win that River Dragons Ignite Sports prize pack. River Dragons going to work here. There's a centering attempt in front of the Zydeco net that does not connect. And the puck is knocked away to center. Zydeco got a power play goal here to get back within one. And since then, they look like they've woken up just a little bit. Puck turned into the Columbus end of things here. Slahetka up the left side to Doe. He'll chip that one out. Trying to turn it back is French. French is ridden by Petrantonio all the way back into his own corner. Pushed off the glass there. Up to the left point. Slahetka will hold it in for Columbus. He'll walk down that left side wall, side of the net. Petrantonio in front, right into the chest protector of Lavalier, and he holds on. .409 to go in the second. And again, an offensive zone draw for the River Dragons. Jemaev, Storjahan, Wickline up front. Blockwell and Underwood on the points. River Dragons rolling through 5D right now. In the first period, the River Dragons lost Carter Shinkarik to what appeared to be an upper body situation. He has not come back since. Zydeco moving it ahead. They dump it in. Storjahan turning it back though. Jemaev fanned on a pass, but Blockwell right there. He'll go D to D. And Columbus will move it ahead now. Storjahan dumping it in. Wickline up after it. Chasing Asselin around behind the net as he slides it up that left side wall. Zydeco looking to leave the zone. Carter to center. Backhanded away by Blockwell, and now Wickline moving in. Jemaev going to the net. Tried to feed it through to him, but couldn't thread the pass through, and it's cleared back out to center. We can hear the crowd getting a little antsy here as it's bounced ahead towards Wickline, who pops it up in the air. Heads for a change. Now turned over right in front. Storjahan in with a shot. Save made. Lavalier with the right pad. A big chance in front, and the puck was rolling. Storjahan was waiting, and that just gave the goaltender time to get set and make a save. Right side, here's Hussey pushing in for the Zydeco. But that one is knocked away. Hitchemayeff, and he'll bat it out of the air. Now it clears the zone. Haskins putting it back. Right side lead ahead. Tellstrom came back to him. Now he finds Haskins charging into the wing. Leaves it near dot. Hussey with a shot blocked by Moore. Rebound back across the goal crease, but Hunter thankfully had Hansen tied up. Now Moore is awful slow to get up after blocking that shot. Puck tied up on the near side boards. River Dragons trying to move it along. Hunter in that pile, looking for help. Underwood pushing his man along. Puck ends up in the high slot area. A wrist shot. That is blocked, comes in on goal, and Royal snap it up with the blocker. A little Dominic Hasek-esque right there. Drop the stick and grab it with the old waffle board. .225 to go in the second period. Brought to you by WOW Internet. The Columbus River Dragons proud to partner with WOW again this season. Team up with WOW Internet and YouTube TV. It's a good deal for good sports fans. Go Dragons. Draw to the right of the River Dragons net. Down up on the dot. Quick shot. Royer right pad save right off the face-off. Around to the near side. Hunter trying to push it back. Yarwood behind the net. Gill had his stick knocked away, but still made the play defensively. Here's McDonald trying to be pesky over there. Puck into the slot. Weber trying to tip it free. And again, what a great defensive play by Gill as he kicked that pass behind the net. Still doesn't have his twig, but he's still playing D. Played to the right point. Puck kept in. Weber swings it around to the far side. Gill over after it. On a rolling puck, looking to kick it up the wall. Group trying to help him out, and now it's flipped out of the zone, and a big hit on the far side, and the Zydeco player there, that's Larwood, slow to get up and get off the ice. He is making it off under his own power, though. Puck is at center right now. McDonald back on it as that one is cleared out. Weber turning back. River Dragons going for the change. 1:23 to go in the second. Stevens looking cross ice, and he fires that one to the glass. Bounces past Petrantonio, turns back for it. Petrantonio quickly up the right side, dumps it from center. Into the left wing corner it goes. Jake Krupp one hands it behind the net to Doe. Doe roller over to the far side, pop off down from the right point. Gets it back behind the net. Petrantonio quickly in front. It's deflected right across the goal line and just out of the reach of Krupp. Clear to center, pop off on it. He'll lift one back into the left side corner. Lavalier can't catch it. Left side, it's Cutting, trying to clear. He's tied up. Doe into the pile. 45 seconds of the period. Puck in the slot. Shot. Andrioli sticked away. Clear to the left point. Bach will had it bounce on him. Out it goes. Robinson almost coughed it up right to Doe. That forced a hurried pass to center. Chirac will loop back inside his own line. He's going to try the left side with Andrioli draped all over him. Stole the puck. Fed it back to Petrantonio. He scoops in around one. Couldn't get past the last defender. 15 seconds ago in the period. Columbus trying to get a quick change here. Chirac looking for a stretch at center. Turned back by Storjahan. Storjahan looking to move it back the other way, and they're just battling at center for it here. Popoff up with it. That's going to do it for the period. 40 minutes in the books, and there's no difference in the deficit than there was after 20 minutes of play. However, each team has scored a goal, and instead of 1-0, it's now 2-1. River Dragons in the lead. So we'll tell you about that. We'll wrap up that scoring for you. Have a look at the Zelmo Zippin' Out of Town scoreboard. And again, we're going to get to the mailbag here. Last chance to text in your question at 844-987-4456. 844-987-4456. And you'll be entered to win an Ignite Sports prize pack. And we'll definitely pick our winners. We'll get some prize packs out to folks here in this next week or so. If you already have one, please be patient as we're just first time we're doing this. We're getting it together. We're a little bit of a look-see as to how this is all going to work. And again, just want everybody to know you need a question and I need your name as well to be eligible for this. So you can't just say, hey, I want to win. Love, Tom. I need a question in there. So please let me know. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's take a break. And when we come back, we will be in our second period intermission report. That is brought to you by Shred Away. 2-1 River Dragons after 40 minutes. Stay tuned. There's plenty more coming your way. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Let Shred Away, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shred Away, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shred Away, 706-577-9668.
Phoenix Eye Clinic, located inside the optical shop in Phoenix City, wants to be your local eye doctor. Specializing in diabetic eye exams, glaucoma treatment, and cataract evaluations, Phoenix Eye Clinic has an ophthalmologist on staff. They also handle all of your needs for eye exams, glasses, and contacts. Call the Phoenix Eye Clinic at 334-480-4015. That's 334-480-4015. Phoenix Eye Clinic, located inside the optical shop.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
For Beam, community isn't just a place, it's a state of mind. We believe that when we care together, work together, and even cheer for our favorite teams together, we are closer to what counts. Beam has been improving the way we connect since 1964, not just with technology, but with our communities and with each other, because at Beam, community is not just a place, it's the way we do business. Beam, bringing East Alabama more. It's in our name.
It's a new year, and the newly renovated Rental Pace Field is ready to make its grand debut in 2024. Join us all season long. Get your Troy baseball season tickets now at TroyTrojans.com/tickets. Last year, the Trojans won 40 games and hit the most home runs and recorded the most strikeouts in program history. Troy baseball takes on a home schedule that includes Alabama, Louisiana, Harvard, South Alabama, and more. Get your Troy baseball season tickets now at TroyTrojans.com/tickets.
Announcing Wade Cleaner's newest location at 6801 River Road, located just across from the new VA hospital. This location has a drive-thru and is open 6 days a week. Tell us you heard this and receive 25% off your first visit. Wade Cleaners, since 1939.
All right, we are back here in the second period intermission report. Tom Callahan here with you. Hey, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you being here. Do we have any River Dragons fans, Zydeco fans? If you're a fan of another team and you just got bored of watching your game, or you just want to see what's going on, if you're a fan of another league, that's fine. You're welcome here. We appreciate you being here. So we're, 40 minutes into this one here, and it's a tight game. It's a good night of hockey here on a Friday night at the Columbus Civic Center. We appreciate you being a part of River Dragons hockey. We're back at it again tomorrow night, by the way. Same 2 teams at 7:05 p.m. Means 6:30 on the Air Force Heating and Air pregame show. Tomorrow night, I do want to mention once again, is Hometown Heroes Night. All first responders with ID. You get a discount in the box office on your tickets. And you also get 10% off at the merch stand tomorrow, so just have that ID with you. And it's just something we can do to try to say thank you to everybody who makes such a big difference here in the Chattahoochee Valley. The impact you have on the lives of just, simple working class folk every single day. We appreciate what you do. Thank you so much. And you know what? Anything we can do to try to recognize a little bit. Columbus loves to give back to the community. The River Dragons absolutely love it. And kudos to all of our fans who also help us give back. And speaking of which, it's right around the corner. I know some folks have been asking, and I wanted to mention Military Night is coming up on the 3rd. You know that game's going to sell out. Get your tickets now. It sold out last year. It was packed in here. Just an absolutely fantastic atmosphere. And the River Dragons really responded that night. It's got to be the same thing again this year, and we just hope everybody can come down and join us. I do want to say there are sponsorship opportunities, and you do not have, some people do this anonymously, but there's sponsorship opportunities to help us bring soldiers to the game. There are costs associated on our end, such as transportation and things like that, to bring those soldiers out so they can enjoy themselves, get off base for a night, and let loose and have some fun here at a River Dragons hockey game. And we do that, every year. If you are interested in helping us underwrite some of that cost, and again, you can promote your business by doing it if you want, but you certainly don't have to. I know that some folks just do it because they want to say thank you and give back. Give us a call, 706-507-4625, 706-507-4625, and someone in the River Dragons office will be able to help you out and help you do that, underwrite some of that cost to bring those troops out to the game. And while you're at it, grab your tickets and come out, because it's going to be an amazing night for the River Dragons on that evening. So we hope you can be a part of that. That's Military Night. That is coming up on February 3rd. That's a Saturday night, 7:05 game. All right, let's take a look at the scoring graph. And period number 2 featured a goal on each side. Columbus did strike first. 9:32. Time of the goal for Kyle Moore. Moore is 12th of the year. And Justin McDonald with an absolutely perfect pass. Hits him in stride. People say, hey, what does Justin McDonald bring to the table? In a nutshell, that pass is a lot of it. McDonald went cross ice, blue line to blue line, caught Moore in stride. And Kyle Moore, yes, he had to go in, score the goal. He went forehand, backhand, slid it between the legs of the goaltender Lavalier. But McDonald makes that play possible. And he can shoot. He's got a deadly one-timer. But, boy, that guy can distribute the puck. Just great vision, great hockey sense. And that's what Justin McDonald brings to the game. Also, Ryan Gillen assist on that one, 9:32 time of the goal. And now McDonald has an 18-game point streak in progress. 36 points in that stretch. He's a 2.0 per game player this year, and that's exactly what his average has been over the life of the streak, which now includes 15 goals and 21 assists. However, at 12:27, a power play marker for the Zydeco. They get back into this one and finally get on the scoreboard. They hadn't been generating a whole heck of a lot offensively. Kind of the same thing in both ends. A lot of shot blocks. Zydeco had been doing a nice job taking away to the front of the net. River Dragons have been doing that as well, trying to help out their goaltender Tyler Roy. But finally, Roy beaten on a rebound. And right in front, Robinson is Johnny on the spot here as he battles and battles. Noah Robinson is finally able to jam that puck over the left pad of the goaltender, and that's his 12th of the year from Weber and Tellstrom at 12:27. The power play marker makes it a 2-1 game, and that is how we finish the frame. The River Dragons 0-for-1 in the power play in the period, 0-for-3 in the game, and I think that's a telling stat right now. Columbus has not done a great job on the power play here tonight. Meanwhile, the Zydeco are now 1-for-2 after going 1-for-1 in that period. Shots on goal in the second, 8 for the Zydeco, 16 for the River Dragons. For the game, 27 for Columbus, and 12 for Baton Rouge. We'll take a break. When we come back on the other side, we'll take a look at that mailbag segment, and we'll also have that out-of-town scoreboard for you. That's brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In. This is the Shredaway second period intermission report on Columbus River Dragons hockey.
At the Country Inn and Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn and Suites by Radisson.
The Jersey Shop specializes in screen printing, embroidery, direct-to-garment printing, and vinyl heat-press lettering and numbering. We provide custom t-shirts for any occasion and have a graphic designer on staff to make the logos or graphics needed to make your shirts unique. We pride ourselves on being able to deliver orders of any size at low, competitive cost with no minimum quantity. That's why the River Dragons trust the Jersey Shop for all of their uniform needs. Call 706-565-4245. That's 565-4245.
Join the voice of the River Dragons, Tom Callahan, every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. for the River Dragons Coaches Show on 106.9 Really Rocks. They'll discuss the latest happenings, upcoming games, and more.
To me, as a goalie, it's a matter of how you are able to deal with the pressure, and if you don't crumble under the pressure, and you got to have a short memory.
The River Dragons Coaches Show every Tuesday at 6 p.m. on 106.9 Really Rocks.
Let Shred Away, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shred Away, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shred Away, 706-577-9668.
It's the 5th anniversary season of Columbus River Dragons hockey, and RiverDragonsMerch.com has everything you need, including our new limited edition anniversary look. Our DragonsMerch.com has something for all ages, with a variety of hats, shirts, jackets, and more. Plus, cool souvenir items like the always popular fan chains, pucks, and keychains. Want to order a gift for someone? We'll ship it for you. Just go online to OurDragonsMerch.com.
Back here in the second period intermission report brought to you by Shredaway. Tom Callahan here with you. Time to take a look at the Zelmo's Zip-In out-of-town scoreboard. Zelmo Zip-In has been fueling life's passions since 1999. In both the NHL and the FPHL, 4 games tonight. Outside of ours, of course. And right now at First Arena in Elmira, New York, Port Huron with a 4-1 lead in the third period over the Elmira River Sharks. At Watertown Arena, Binghamton up 4-1 over the Watertown Wolves. That one is towards the end of the second. At Big Boy Arena in Motor City, the Rockers rocking it 3-1 over the Blue Ridge Bobcats right now. And we are still tied at 1 in the Mississippi Gulf Coast Coliseum. That game just into the second period between the Seawolves and the Thunderbirds. In the NHL, Golden Knights have stretched the lead to 4-1 over the New York Rangers with 12:08 to go in that third period. Just into the third period, Panthers are now up 2-1 on the Penguins. Kings and Avs just underway, no score there. 10 o'clock Eastern Time, Blues are at the Kraken. Men's college basketball, number 13, Wisconsin, the only ranked team in action tonight. They're up 50-41 over Michigan State. Well, let's take a look at the mailbag. And Kim asks, is there any talk about implementing the jailbreak rule in the FPHL? If you don't know what the jailbreak rule is, that is when you score a shorthanded goal, your player gets out of the penalty box. Kim, I think it would be very interesting. Obviously, it wouldn't be something we see very often, but we would see it occasionally. There's been no talk about it yet. I think it's a little bit of a wait-and-see approach to see what kind of effect it has on other leagues. But I would not have any problem with the FPHL trying it if they did. I think it would be basically a nice bonus. I don't think it's going to push anybody to try to score more shorthanded goals because scoring a shorthanded goal is a very difficult thing to do. So I don't think that changes teams trying to push shorthanded, but I would be interested to see if they did make that happen. Chris writes in about the Jumbotron. So if you don't know, we've had some issues with the Jumbotron here in the arena. Well, Chris, I will tell you this. I just found out today, supposedly parts are on the way. We have been having some issues with the old scoreboard, and I will tell you, we were supposed to have a new scoreboard at the end of next month. Now that's been pushed back. Now we're being told April. But believe it or not, the Columbus Civic Center is getting a brand new scoreboard, video board set up here in the next couple of months. So a couple of delays in getting it, but right now April is what we're being told for a new scoreboard. That'll be pretty cool to see once it finally happens here. Steven asks, which River Dragon loves to be interviewed? Honestly, none of them. They don't like it. I walk into the locker room. I kind of made a joke about it today, but I walk into the locker room. Those guys act like they are all just all of a sudden busy doing something. They definitely try to avoid eye contact. It's pretty funny, but I can appreciate that. Derek says, hello, what do you think about Salt Lake getting an NHL team? It's a possibility. It is something that the NHL was curious timing. They put that out right at the same time that sexual assault news came out of Hockey Canada and the London, Ontario Police Department. I think it was put out more as a distraction. Basically what it is, they've been talking to Salt Lake. No surprise there. They've been talking to several markets about expansion. I just don't know if they're ever actually going to do it. Carlos asked me my favorite hockey memory. That's a tough one for me to come up with right off the hop. I'm going to have to think about that one, Carlos. That is a good one, though. Let's see here. I did have one, though, that I wanted to go with here. And Samuel from Germany is doing an exchange here in America right now. Says the question is, what can we do to beat you guys? Samuel, I think you need to keep working as hard as you're working, but really what you need to do is get pucks through. And that is what the Zydeco are not doing right now. I think they're trying to make too many low percentage plays. They need to shorten the passes and get shots through. And they have a pretty good shot at it. But so that's my thought there. And actually, I just had one that I wanted to go. I'm trying to hurry up before we get to the break here because we got to hurry up and get to the break. And no, I cannot find the question I was going to go with. Oh, goodness. Boy, I hope I didn't delete it. I'll have to figure this one out for you guys. Let's see here. You know what? I can't find it. I had the question. I was going to read it last because it's the one I'm going to have win. I'll tell you what. We're going to grab a break. Then I've got the question on the other side of the break. I will let you know what it was that does win the prize pack here tonight. But we are way past our break time. We got to get out of here. All right, back with third period action in just a moment. River Dragons hockey.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo's Zip-In. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We are proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique Boat and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vector Ply customer using Vector Ply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, vectorply.com.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Columbus, Georgia is considered by some as the hockey town of the South, boasting pro hockey since 1996. But 80 years before that first puck drop, another Chattahoochee Valley favorite got its start, Piggly Wiggly. Come on down to find a great selection of fresh meats and produce for your family's next meal or your next tailgate. We're proud to root for the hometown River Dragons because we've been the hometown team since forever. Piggly Wiggly, down home, down the street.
Columbus Diagnostic Center, the area's clear choice for diagnostic imaging. CDC Northside features the area's first and only 3T MRI, the most powerful MRI available, and our new 64-slice CT scanner, cutting-edge imaging that's available at both locations. For over 30 years, patient comfort, lower costs, and uncompromising dedication remain our top priority. Clearer results for a more accurate diagnosis. Columbus Diagnostic Center and CDC Northside, technology with a human touch.
All right, back here just in the third period action. River Dragons looking for a chance. Doe down low. Tap in for more. 45 seconds into the third period. Kyle Moore with a wide open net and a tap in goal. Austin Doe with the setup. And the River Dragons back into a 2-goal lead here early in the third. My apologies for coming back a little late from the break there, but that's Kyle Moore's second goal of the night, his 13th of the season, 45 seconds into the period. And now Austin Doe's got a 4-game point streak going as well. River Dragons go right back to work in the Zydeco zone. There's a shot blocked back to the points. Laheka chance just missed. Zydeco can't clear. Kept into the right side. Doe tried to get it to Andrioli. It was picked away down low there by Haskins. Hansen trying to get it out. He gets it just over the line. Pop off. We'll send it right back in. Columbus to the change here. Minute and a half into this third period. 3-1 River Dragons. Zydeco attacking up the right side here. They come in over the line. Wrist shot that's blocked and goes all the way out of the zone. Storjahan can't catch up with it at center. Flip back the other way. This will be an icing call against the Zydeco. No, it will not. I don't know if we've had an icing call all night now that I think about it. They've waved them off pretty consistently here. Jemayev up into the right wing corner, onto the forecheck here, and he gets run into by Cutting. Puck around to the far side. Zydeco look to leave the zone. Cox kicks it back across onto the right side. Centering attempt that goes behind the net, hits the stanchion, dies in the corner. Now turned over right in the slot, swept away from Cox, but not out of the zone. Shot coming in. Roy save, rebound, and Storjahan on it. Able to move it away, and now back on the left side. Here's Jemayev at the end of a shift, but he scoots around to check, puts it in on goal. Lavalier knocks it away to the corner. Jemayev tried to center. Here's a tuck play in front, but the shot disrupted there. Actually, Chirac with a nice defensive play on Wickline to keep him from getting a shot away. Here's McDonald out there on the change. He'll cycle it to Jemayev, who's been out there a while. Jemayev putting it down the wall. Punch back towards the point as Jemayev trying to get onto there. Ends up at center. Underwood looking to move it ahead. Right wing side, McDonald in space. And he keeps it in, hooks it just out of the reach of Moore, who tracks it left side. Hunter in front of the net. Moore dancing behind McDonald in front of shot. Oh, what a stop right there. Lavalier right on the doorstep. Got it with a left arm. Now Bockwell stands his man up on the wall. Nice check there on Rowan. Ends up on the far side. Slahetka trying to clear it around. Larwood keeping it in. Chance in front, and that one deflected just wide of the net. Sent to the left point. Drive coming in. Glove save Roy, and he'll hold on. Save big at River City Swing Sets, your local Gorilla Play Sets authorized showroom. We offer lifetime warranty swing sets and basketball goals, swing, slides, and more. Check out RiverCitySwingSets.com for our full lineup. Get your big save at River City Swing Sets with free installation on any swing set purchase by saying, "Go River Dragons." Third period brought to you by Kinetic Credit Union. Draw to the right of the River Dragons net here. 3:22 into the third. Dragons up 3-1 on the Zydeco. Face off one back into the corner. Slahetka trying to feed it around. And the puck out to center quickly up the right side. Here's Petrantonio cutting in wide to the D. Tried to slide it in front. That one was blocked away. Cleared to center. Dump back in around the rim. Here's Krupp stepping up on it. Kept into the right corner. Petrantonio behind the net looking for Doe. Doe near side. Petrantonio pestered on the half wall, but great job to keep control of the puck. Now Carter ends up with it. Doe tried to steal it back. Petrantonio with it. Feeds it to the point. Here's a chance. Laheka in with a tip. Save made, and Lavalier hanging on. And now he knocks a stick out of the hands of Krupp, who was just standing there Clearly some frustration from the Zydeco goaltender. I mean, Group, he was not expecting that. He wasn't even doing anything, which is a change for Jay, but he's literally just standing there. It's a little bit of a funny moment, but by the same token, now Kroup's got a lot to say to Lavalier. Well, you don't want to give a guy any extra fuel for the fire, that's for sure, but I understand the frustration of the Zydeco netminder. Some fans wanted a penalty there, but that's not a penalty. You don't give a guy a penalty for that. 4:09 into the third. River Dragons up 3-1. There's a shot by Doe. Hit a body in front, ends up in the near corner. Kroup will send it around to the far side. Doe over after it. Petrantonio on the near side. I will say who doesn't find it funny, and that's whoever's paying for those sticks, because when those things break, that's like $200 bills going up in smoke. Petrantonio shot from the point coming in, and that one is ripped high. Missed. Petrantonio just missed the net there. Kroup covering the right point, feeds it low. Petrantonio back into the near corner, but Zydeco moving ahead. Bach will try to step in on his man, and now it ends up Kroup inside his own line, but he can't get it out. Slaheka back after the loose puck. Turned over at the side of the net, and the Zydeco could not put that one in front. Robinson lost the handle. Back around come the River Dragons. Columbus desperately needs a change here, so Kroup's going to pull it back down and feed it back, and Columbus will do just that. 5:05 into the third, 3-1 River Dragons. Columbus attacks up the left side, and there's a wrist shot save made. Lavalier rebound. He didn't see it right away, but it's cleared away by the D. Zydeco back 2-on-2. There's a shot blocked away to the corner there as Popoff got in front of that release from Chirac. Puck ends up at the left point. There's a drive right in on goal. Roy the save. But Taylor Cunning's not afraid to unleash it from up top. Stepped into that one pretty good, but drove it right into the River Dragons netminder. 5:28 gone in the third. 3-1 Columbus in the lead. We're back on the board in a moment. This is River Dragons hockey.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
At Beam, we take pride in being a part of our community, and we're committed to seeing it grow. We continually volunteer with organizations that are making a difference. Together, we are building a better community while building the best internet that exceeds the technology of metropolitan cities. But more importantly, one that connects us all. We want to ensure reliability, so for this reason, we're willing to go the extra mile. We aim to provide the community with high-quality internet and cable services, because we live here too.
Because at Beam, community is not just a place, it's the way we...
5:28 into this third period, brought to you by Kinetic Credit Union. So I found the question that I thought wins a prize tonight. David from Ellerslie, Georgia. This is the question of the night. How did those three guys not see the other guy get on the John Deere tractor? I don't know. They're all busy rock, paper, scissoring for it. And you know what? I will say that age and treachery overcomes youth and exuberance every time. So, nice job, David. You win the Ignite Sports prize pack tonight. It's a heck of a question right there. See, you never know what it's going to be, the winning question. All right, so it's a 3-1 game right now. River Dragons in the lead. But right now the Zydeco, I think they could feel the urgency picking up a little bit here. Baton Rouge knows they need to do something. They're trying to play a little more physical, trying to bring a little bit more to the River Dragons. Columbus will scoop that puck out to center. Oh boy, that could have been a big break right there if it got through, but before it got to Andrioli, it was cut off at center. Chirac up on the forecheck now, trying to force the play. Andrioli feeding it back. Storjahan back to Andrioli right side. He'll just give it away at center. But Columbus is going to work a change here in behind the play. 6.5 gone in the third, 3-1. River Dragons in the lead. Back in come the Zydeco on the left side. A backhand try. Roy hugging it at the right post, hangs on. Not a bad effort from Larwood there. I'll tell you what, on the backhand, just get the puck towards the net. Get you a little bit of a face-off here in the offensive zone. Not a bad idea. River Dragons hockey brought to you in part by BKI Accounting, a new age approach to old school accounting, specializing in payroll, bookkeeping, income, and sales taxes for small business. Learn more at bkiaccounting.com. Puck to the left point. Off the face-off, Columbus does get it to center. Bouncer there, poked ahead, looking for it more, and Moore took a stick up high. And there is going to be a call on that play as Moore scoots onto the zone. McDonald steps in, try to flip it into space for him. Moore into the left side corner, shoulders with Weber, and heavy collision over there. Now Moore's going to draw a crowd. This is smart by the Zydeco because they know they're going to go shorthanded at a critical juncture here. So you try to get Moore, who's a guy who might have a little bit of a temper, to try to maybe take a retaliation penalty. But he does not. Smart right there by Moore. And instead it's Weber heading to the box for high sticking. 7:01, time of the penalty. River Dragons back on the Loft power play. The Loft features live music every Friday and Saturday night. And this Saturday night, there's a post-game party with the River Dragons. Show your River Dragons tickets up for 2-for-1 cover. Face-off will be to the right of the Zydeco goal. And it's cleared out by the Zydeco here. By the way, McDonald has had an assist added on that Moore second goal of the night along with Austin Doe, so he's got 2 assists in this game. And that 18-game point streak continues on. Zydeco are going to push shorthanded here. Carter into the right side corner, pinned up by Doe. Petrantonio dropped a stick trying to get it out of the pile, picks it back up now. Petrantonio trying to kick it to himself behind the net. Boy, Carter is just absolutely battling back there. Good shift. Moore will bring it ahead. River Dragons up. 1:15 to go on the power play. Left side, Moore. Trying to float it into space. Pass picked off, sent down the ice. Those are the passes Columbus has to get rid of. The hope, the wish, the 50-50. They've got to move the puck around, move it around the perimeter, and then force that box to break. Then you zip one through there. Zydeco, though, they've been disciplined on the kill tonight. Wickline up. And Wickline got hit up high there with a stick, but play continues. Left side, here's a chance. Hunter backdoor looking for Jemayev. Left pad save made. Not sure if Jemayev tipped it or not. Puck back up top. Shot coming in. There's the save. Lavalier holds on. 39 seconds to go in the high sticking call against Weber. 3-1 River Dragons. It's their 4th power play of the night. They're 0 for 3. 8:23 gone here in the 3rd. Hunter in for the face-off. Looks like he's going to try to pull it back to the left point here, and he does just that. Columbus setting it up. Shot coming in. Tipped wide in front of the goal. Comes around to the right half wall. Jemayev. Jemayev tried to feed it across. Had to backhand it down the wall. Underwood behind the net to Wickline. Wickline out the far side. To Ryan Hunter in the far corner. Hunter, left point, Bockwell. Bockwell, Hunter, far dot, cross ice, near dot. Jemayev, wrister, tipped to the glass, left side, Hunter. 10 seconds of the power play, out it goes. That puck rolled on Ryan Hunter, and he's forced all the way back to his own end. That's it for the power play. Stretch up the right side, here's Jemayev. We go back to 5-on-5. Columbus 0 for 4 with a man advantage. Hunter, far side corner. Wickline can't keep it in. Popoff arriving in the left point does. Wickline up high in space. Cycles left side. Hunter pestered, caught from behind. Popoff steps down, gets the puck, but lost it in traffic. Puck is still in the slot, however. Wheeling out of there, Rowan to the line, but Popoff kept it in. Hussey's going to try the other side. He gets it over to Weber on the left wing. Zydeco now through center, dumped in and punched away by the blocker of Roy. And we get a penalty. In behind the play, too many men. It's going to be against the River Dragons. Jay Krupp will serve it. Too many men bench minor. 20 seconds shy of this halfway mark of the period. That's just a bad change right there. .9:40 time of the penalty. Zydeco, who are 1 for 2 on the power play, get their third kick at the can. As Jay Krupp in the Abercrombie bonding penalty box, serving that one for the River Dragons. Right off the face-off, that shot is pushed over top of the net. Puck ends up at the right point, high slot. That one is tipped away. Nice job by Doe. Puck at the line. It is kept in, though, by Don Carter Jr. Doe broke his stick on the play. Centering attempt, Roy to his right. Shot never got on goal. Carter on the right side. He'll keep it in. Into the corner. Try to flip it into space for Weber. Taken away by Petrantonio and cleared down the ice. Columbus will scramble the Jets on the next penalty kill. Here is Moore is out there with McDonald. McDonald stepping up, steals the puck back. Justin McDonald on the right side. Boy, McDonald forcing 3 white jerseys into the pile against him, and he's still ragging the puck on that right wing wall. Finally falls down, but Moore over and steals it away. Moore rips it around the rim, but unfortunately it caught a stanchion, slowed down, and that allows the Zydeco to control. Moore was going to clear it all the way around the ice back to his own end and let his goaltender take care of it, kill some more time. Either way, Zydeco had to regroup. They'll move up the left side. Aslan driving all the way behind the net. Wraps it around to the right side. Cut off on the wall there by Hansen. Puck to the right point. Shoved into space, but Underwood on it. Jams it right back out to center. Zydeco must regroup. 27 seconds ago on the power play. Chirac wheeling back at the center ice line. Left side ahead to Hussey. Hussey getting it through. A chance and on goal, and Roy had that one fought off in front. Might have poked it away from Larwood. Now the puck tipped out again. Zydeco have to regroup and do it quickly. 10 seconds left. Hussey in on the wing. He's cut off on the boards. Nice play by Slahetka to get it out of the zone. David Aslan in on the left side and on to the Abercrombie bonding penalty box is Jay Krupp. Robinson in with a shot. Save Roy. Rebound is cleared away by Gill to the corner. Gill on it, off the glass, out to center. Now River Dragons have numbers. Here's Krupp with Jemaev going to the net, feeds it into the high slot. Storjahan walks in with a shot, save made. Rebound, Storjahan tried to jam it back in front. Puck goes behind the net, and it's cleared around and out past the left point. Storjahan walked down at all the time in the world. As Krupp will dump it in from center. Boy, the River Dragons basically had a 3-on-1 and could not convert. Here's Krupp at center. Popoff will play it across. Petrantonio missed it. And that'll be an icing call, a very rare icing call. 7:20 to go here in the third. 3-1, Columbus in the lead. We're back with more in a moment. This is River Dragons hockey.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
I'm thirsty.
Try this.
Starry.
It's a new lemon lime soda that's crisp, clear, and
so refreshing. So tasty.
What the?
Just let it happen.
Oh, chill. He was a soda.
New Starry Lemon Lime Soda. It's different.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is
Back here at the Columbus Civic Center, Tom Callahan here with you. 7:20 to go in the third period. Face off to the right of Ty Roy. Same two teams back at it again tomorrow night. Zydeco and the River Dragons. Tomorrow night's a 7:05 puck drop. 6:30 on the pregame show. River Dragons trying to battle this face-off out to center. It's kept in at the line by Tellstrom. Gill into the far corner, tracking his man. This is the first time all year the Zydeco have come to town. 7 total meetings here on the Civic Center ice between these two teams. And they're already done with the Baton Rouge portion of the schedule. Left-siders Tellstrom in. Ooh, shot. Roy didn't see it coming through, but it just missed the far post there. Zydeco on it. Trying to move it away, and it's cleared out by Krupp. Baton Rouge will regroup here. Left-siders Hansen. Ozelinch heading off for a change, and actually the Zydeco getting a couple of new players out there as Gill back after the puck. Played ahead to Petrantonio, now up 2-on-2 as Doe with him, and Doe offside. Now Petrantonio zigged when Doe thought he was going to zag, and that put the play well offside there. 3-1 your score. River Dragons have 1 in each period. Justin McDonald's got 2 assists in the game tonight. And for him, that extends the scoring streak to 18 games. Kyle Moore has 2 of the 3. Cody Wickline the other. Jemaev, Storjahan, Gill, and Doe all have single assists. Puck dumped back into the Columbus end. Will it be icing? Yes, it was. Hard to hear the whistle in here with the fans going. Ron Lowe. The River Dragons are hoping is a successful cap to ladies' night here. Again, if you're new to the FPHL, this is a 3-2-1 point system league, meaning 3 points are a regulation win, 2 if you win in overtime or a shootout. And so winning in regulation is imperative, and that's why you do see teams, say like the Zydeco, knowing they need every 3 points they can get, they may pull the goaltender early here. Moore cuts it off on the right side, trying to keep it in. Puck ends up at the right point. Bockwell aim with a wrist shot, just missed on the stick side. Around to the left point it goes. Underwood will hold it in on the backhand, but out of play. And now Underwood and Weber exchanging recipes. 5:53 to go in the third. Draw will stay to the right of the Zydeco net. Justin McDonald in for the face-off. And this time it is won back by Larwood. Tell you what, McDonald is not often beaten in the circle, but he does go to the corner and get the puck right back. Put it to Hunter, but he lost it. It's chopped to the line. Bouncer is kept in, and ricochets out off a shin pad. Larwood and Underwood, and Weber and Carter. And more. Everybody come on in. Let's have a chat. Bockwell's in there now, and Weber's in there now. Bockwell is not afraid to go yet. Weber's helmet is off, and he's trying to get a shot in there. His mitts are off. He's dropped his stick in the process. The linesman will not have it, though. And McDonald's going to end up going into the penalty box. That, unto itself, is a rare occurrence. Certainly not the guy I thought we'd see in there. I thought it might have been Bockwell. All this happening with 5:40 left to go here, so let's see if this evens out at all. There's no one. Moore comes over to have a quick discussion with Lavalier, and they give each other a couple of pats. Those guys might have known each other from before. Hockey's such a small world. And Moore still talking to him as he skates away. Lavalier was kind of giving him the I don't know. They're indicating 4-on-4. 2 minutes now up there for Larwood as well. I'm guessing we're probably going to have roughing calls here. Or whatever it is, it will even itself out. 4-on-4, plenty of ice. A lot of room to roam out there. Still 5:40 to go. (3-1) River Dragons. Storjahan and Jemaev up front with Zydeco. And Popoff on the points. Zydeco control the puck. Chirac will cycle it. Ozelinch back to Chirac. Unsportsmanlike. That's what the penalty is, and that's a fair description. 1:41 to go in the 4-on-4. Face off to the right of Roy. One back towards Zydeco. We'll go around the far side. Jemaev with a backhand pass ahead. Here's Storjahan in on the right side. Flips it across, but Jemaev has to catch it off the dasher. Jemaev for the left side corner. Trying to pull it free from the pile. Storjahan to the near side. Curling, looking, cuts towards the front of the net. In with a shot and a glove save there. Lavalier able to hang on to that one. Nice job. 4:57 to go in this third. 3-1 River Dragons. We'll take our final break of the final frame. 1:18 to go in that 4-on-4. River Dragons 3, Zydeco 1. Back with more in a moment on Columbus River Dragons hockey.
We all dream. But dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it. Do everything in our power to learn to lead. At Troy University, we teach everyone to be leaders in their field. We're dedicated to teaching a new generation to lead change.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
We all dream. But dreams quickly become distant memories unless we do something about it.
3-1 River Dragons in the lead. Shots 37 for Columbus, 19 for Baton Rouge. 1:18 to go, the 4-on-4. Face off to the left of the Zydeco net. Big line into the face-off. So back over to the near side, slid up the wall, and the Zydeco able to move it to center. On the left wing, trying to work his way in is Stevens. Stevens pushed it towards the front of the net. Bouncing puck is taken away by Columbus. And they'll move up the right side. Andrioli and over the line, falls, but from his knees, able to send it deep. Carter will settle behind his own net. Aborts the takeoff and now has to go back. Now he's chased. Comes out the left side, goes straight up the middle of the ice. Now to the right wing. Don Carter Jr. and over the line. Scoots past his check-in. There in the pile as well. Wickline backhands it up the boards and out. Half minute to go on the 4-on-4. Zydeco trying to push back in quickly. Left side here, Stevens leaned on by Gill. They tie up together. Up to the near side, here's Moore after it. Moore behind the net, looking out the right side. Zydeco changing. Moore out with Hunter. Feeds him on the left wing. Ryan Hunter trying to push it in front. Moore on it. Puts it up to the left point. Gill. Cross ice Underwood. Caught from behind. As Larwood onto the box there. We're back to 5-on-5. Now turned over. Here's McDonald bullying his way back in left side. As Hunter in front. Looking to feed it to him. And it's poked away. Nice job by Lavalier to get a piece of it with the goal stick. Zydeco back in. Larwood a shot. Roy a save there from the slot. Puck to the right point. Tapped over to the left side. Ozelich feeds it in on goal. Roy the save. No rebound. Larwood there sniffing. 3:11 to go here in the third. And you've got to imagine relatively soon we might see some movement out of the Zydeco net. Lavalier hasn't really been indicated by the bench in any way just yet, but maybe around the 2-minute mark, depending on how daring Baton Rouge might be. Or if they get a situation again like this, inside of 3 minutes where they get an offensive zone draw, maybe you burn your timeout, get the goalie off, try to use that extra man to your advantage, and you got to score twice here. Let's see what the River Dragons are able to do, though, trying to get that puck out. Petrantonio chips it off the wall and does just that. He'll backhand it in from center. And now to the right side, Krupp playing up the boards on it. Keeps Asselin from getting it out of the zone. He steals it back, feeds the dot. Here's Doe cutting across to his left. Doe couldn't get his shot through. Boy, again, the Zydeco defense just getting sticks and bodies in front of those shots. Now a race back, no icing. Carter beats it out. And a centering feed, but there's nobody there for it. Now Krupp the other way. Doe in over the line with him. Delays into space, feeds Petrantonio left side, wrist shot, and hits a body, goes up in the air, ends up in the far corner. Robinson on it there. He'll feed it back. And now we'll keep an eye on the goaltender. 2:08 and counting in the third. 3-1 your score. River Dragons in the lead. Zydeco will push it in from center. Weber, he's still not going anywhere. Bockwell around to the far side. Jemayev kicks it in behind the net. Slahetka on the near side. Bench is not even looking at the goalie right now. 1:45 and counting to go in the third. Left side, that pass skips off a stick off the glass and down, but there's no icing here. Still no motion to get the goaltender out. Dump back in front of the River Dragons net. Bockwell had to clear it away to safety. Kept in on the left side. Zydeco trying to go to work. Boy, time's a wasting, and now it's pushed ahead by Wickline. No chance to get the goalie out here. They come 2-on-1. Storjahan feeds it across, but the pass is blocked. Nice job defensively by Michael Haskins. Puck in behind the goal. Columbus trying to push it around to the near side. 1:08 to go in the third. Is this where the goalie takes off? Still not yet. Here's Larwood in with a chance from the right side and couldn't get a shot through. I don't think Baton Rouge is going to pull the goalie. A little bit of a surprise there, but Columbus has done a nice job of not really allowing them to establish much zone time. So it's cleared out again. This time he was trying to get out of there, but 45 seconds left is just too late. Puck at the line, Storjahan on it. He'll play it ahead at center. Storjahan knocked down, Wickline with it. And the countdown's on to 30 seconds here. Hunter ahead for the pass offside of the Zydeco line. With 29.2 to go in the third. Offside brought to you by Old School Barber Shop. They're online at oldschoolbarber.com. If you need to get your sides lined up, book your next appointment online anytime, plus 24/7 through their Instagram and Facebook. So Baton Rouge does call a timeout, but far too late to do anything. And you can pull the goaltender now. You're going to face off outside the River Dragons line. It's just too late. Certainly you can't take timeouts home with you. But I kind of question the timing here. So Columbus up 3-1 on the Zydeco. And again, as I mentioned, same two teams tomorrow night. There was definitely some frustration here in this one for some of the teams, especially the Zydeco. I think we saw it start to bubble a bit in the third. Certainly didn't boil over, but we might see that tomorrow night. Goaltender is on the bench, so they'll have the empty net here, sixth attacker. Stranger things have happened, I suppose, but the Zydeco need 2 in 29.2 seconds. And Columbus just goes forward with the draw, shoves it down the ice, and it just misses the net. Now here's Ryan Hunter down there to steal it. Hunter tied up in the corner, just trying to eat some clock here. I'm actually surprised that Moore is not out there looking for the hat trick here for Columbus. They have Krupp out with McDonald and Hunter. Puck pinballs in right up the slot. Hunter takes it away to the wall. 5 seconds left. Zydeco in. Carter with a shot from the point. Roy safe. Rebound sitting right in front. Puck is loose. Here's a chance. Roy to his left. The save as time expires. Yep, here we go. Krupp is getting into a fight in the corner over there with David Aslan as the gloves are off between those two. Linesman trying to get in there. I'm not entirely sure what sparked that. They get separated by the linesman. It was really nothing more than a bit of a hug, but certainly the frustration for the Zydeco understandable. Really just a bit of jawing, and then all of a sudden, the next thing you know, mitts are off. Although, it looks like there is something on the ice. Oh, that might be somebody's beverage. I was going to say, I hope that's not blood. That would explain why the fight started. But no, it looks like somebody threw a drink on the ice. Please don't do that. All right, River Dragons win 3-1. We'll take a break. It's time for the Pepsi postgame show. When we come back, 3 stars on the other side. And a whole lot more coming your way. This is River Dragons Hockey.
You could win a Chevy Trail Bus pickup or your share of $25,000 in free play and cash at Victoryland Casino. The more you visit, the more chances you have to win. Play the latest, most exciting games around with fun bonuses and big jackpots. You can be a winner too. Come win your share during the Trail Boss and $25,000 giveaway at Victoryland Casino. Drawings February 9th and 10th off I-85 exit 22 Shorter, Alabama. Must be 21 or older. Must be present to win.
I'm thirsty.
Try this.
Starry.
It's a new lemon lime soda that's crisp, clear, and
so refreshing. So tasty.
What the?
Just let it happen.
Oh, chill. He was a soda.
New Starry Lemon Lime Soda. It's different.
pride in being a part of our community, and we're committed to seeing it grow. We continually volunteer with organizations that are making a difference. Together, we are building a better community while building the best internet that exceeds the technology of metropolitan cities. But more importantly, one that connects us all. We want to ensure reliability. So for this reason, we're willing to go the extra mile. We aim to provide the community with high-quality internet and cable services, because we live here too.
Because at Beam, community is not just a place. It's the way we do business.
And we're back here at the Pepsi post-game show. Tom Callahan here with you, and it is almost time for our 3 stars of the game, brought to you by Way Cleaners. They're the official cleaners of Scorch and Torch. We'll get an on-ice interview with our first star coming up here in just a moment. 3-1 Columbus wins tonight. Same 2 teams back at it tomorrow night, 7:05. Here's PA announcer Dana Barker. Goaltender Tyler Roy is your 3rd star tonight. Cody Wickline with the first goal of the game, second start. No surprise there, Kyle Moore with a 2-goal effort, including the game winner, your first star.
Let's get it on now to the next level. Here's more leader with a player of the game, Kyle Moore.
All right, fans, I'm here with the one and only Kyle Moore. I have to ask, how is it playing against the team that has been so long?
It's always good to see the team that we haven't seen in a while, but we have to come out better tomorrow. We got a lot better than us, and it's not good enough.
Okay, on any given night, a ton of our players are still on the sidelines. How is it for you on a team such that?
It's just crazy. This is the deepest team I've ever been on. We don't have the first line. Everyone's the first line. We're just going out and play.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Dana,
All right, there it is. There's your first star, Kyle Moore. 3-1 River Dragons win. Back with more of the Pepsi postgame show. Scoring wrap is up next. And then a look back at the Zelmo zipping out of town scoreboard to wrap it all up. Man, these two teams, I'll tell you what, if you don't have tickets for tomorrow night, I have a feeling that the lid is clamped on the pressure cooker and it is going to marinate overnight. We shall see how tomorrow goes between these two teams. But, boy, this was a feisty one, especially towards the end. So 3-1 River Dragons win it. More coming your way in just a moment on Columbus River Dragons Hockey.
At Beam, we take pride in being a part of our community, and we're committed to seeing it grow. We continually volunteer with organizations that are making a difference. Together, we are building a better community while building the best internet that exceeds the technology of metropolitan cities. But more importantly, one that connects us all. We want to ensure reliability. So for this reason, we're willing to go the extra mile. We aim to provide the community with high-quality internet and cable services, because we live here too.
Because at Beam, community is not just a place. It's the way we do business.
Peppermint season is back at Tim Hortons with even more peppermint flavor. It's the tastiest, mintiest way to cheers the holidays. 'Tis the season to treat yourself with any $1 medium latte when you order on the app. Only at Tim Hortons.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Introducing New Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Music. The Pepsi postgame show. Tom Callahan here with you. River Dragons with a 3-1 win here tonight. Let's take a look at the scoring wrap-up for you as we look back. And Columbus getting on the board first in this one. Only goal of the first period, in fact. 5:41 in. Cody Wickline with his 11th of the year from Jemayev and Storjahan getting it started for the River Dragons. And then into the second period we go at 9:32. Kyle Moore scores his first of two on the night. His 12th of the year from Justin McDonald and Ryan Gill. And with that assist, McDonald extends his scoring streak now to 18 games. He would come up with 2 assists in total on the night. So 15 goals, 22 assists, 37 points in that stretch of 18 games straight with a point dating all the way back to December 1st. 2-0 at that point, but 3 minutes later at 12:27, a power play goal for the Zydeco and a goalmouth scramble, and finally it was Noah Robinson who was able to jam that puck over the left pad of the goaltender Tyler Roy. His 12th of the year from Weber and Tellstrom made it a 2-1 game, and really made the River Dragons, I think, sweat it a little bit. But Columbus came out 45 seconds into the third, more with a wide-open net, a tap-in on a beautiful feed from Austin Doe, who sucked the goaltender out. McDonald, the other assist on the marker. 3-1, that's your final. And Moore, his 12th and 13th of the year, is your first star for tonight, including that game-winning goal. Power plays for the River Dragons. They finish 0 for 4. Fortunate that they didn't need one of those to convert. And then power plays for the Zydeco. They end up 1 for 3, their lone goal coming on the power play from Robinson. Shots by period for the Zydeco, just 4 in the first, 8 in the second, 11 in the third for 23. 11, 16, and 11 by period for the River Dragons, 38 in total. One more break in the Pepsi post-game show, and we'll wrap it up with the out-of-town scoreboard. FPHL, NHL, men's college hoops all coming your way in just a moment. River Dragons win it 3-1. This is the Pepsi post-game show.
You could win a Chevy Trail Bus pickup or your share of $25,000 in free play and cash at Victory Land Casino. The more you visit, the more chances you have to win. Play the latest, most exciting games around with fun bonuses and big jackpots. You can be a winner too. Come win your share during the Trail Boss and $25,000 giveaway at Victory Land Casino. Drawings February 9th and 10th off I-85 exit 22 Shorter, Alabama. Must be 21 or older. Must be present to win.
I'm thirsty.
Try this.
Starry.
It's a new lemon lime soda that's crisp, clear, and
so refreshing. So tasty.
what the?
Just let it happen.
Oh, chill. He was a soda.
New Starry Lemon Lime Soda. It's different.
pride in being a part of our community, and we're committed to seeing it grow. We continually volunteer with organizations that are making a difference. Together, we are building a better community while building the best internet that exceeds the technology of metropolitan cities. But more importantly, one that connects us all. We want to ensure reliability. So for this reason, we're willing to go the extra mile. We aim to provide the community with high-quality internet and cable services, because we live here too. Because at
Back to wrap it up here in the Pepsi postgame show. Tom Callahan here with you. 3-1 your final. River Dragons win it over the Zydeco tonight. Let's take a final look back at that Zelmo zipping out of town scoreboard. Zelmo's has been fueling life's passions since 1999. Finals from around the FPHL tonight. The Port Huron Prowlers back-to-back wins on the weekend, and they beat the Elmira River Sharks tonight 5-1 at First Arena. And then at Watertown Arena, how about this? Watertown has come back to make it a game late in the third. Binghamton 4, Watertown 3, minute and a half to go. We'll keep an eye on that to see if we get a final before we get off the air here. Big Boy Arena, 4-1 win for the Motor City Rockers at home over the Blue Ridge Bobcats. And the Mississippi Seawolves have opened up a 4-1 lead over the Carolina Thunderbirds early in the third period of that game. And I know a lot of River Dragons fans love to see that result right there. All right, NHL, couple of finals. Golden Knights 5-2 winners over the New York Rangers. In a shootout, Florida Panthers 3-2 over the Pittsburgh Penguins. Right now, early in the second period, the Colorado Avalanche with a 3-0 lead over the LA Kings. O'Connor's got a pair, McKinnon the other. 31 for McKinnon on the year. Blues and Kraken just underway. They just dropped the puck about 10 minutes ago. No score in that one. Men's college hoops, only one ranked team in action tonight. Number 13, Wisconsin, 81-66 winners over Michigan State. Let's go back to that game in Watertown, see if we get a refresh on it real quick here. And it looks like they have entered the final minute of play, but it's still 4-3 Binghamton. So we'll let that do its thing as we talk our way out the door here. The River Dragons with a big 3-1 win here tonight. They get their 3 points in regulation, and that means Columbus now to their 21st regulation win of the year. They're 21-3, 2-1-1, 69 points on the year. Baton Rouge 6-17, 3-1-0. They stay at 23 points. And Columbus now opens up an even bigger gap, 11 points now over the Carolina Thunderbirds with the victory here tonight, and still 2 games in hand for the River Dragons. It's all about the quest for home ice for Columbus here this season, all the way through, potentially to the Commissioner's Cup playoffs, should they be able to make it that far. And that's what you're playing for now. You want everything to work in the regular season so that you can absolutely get yourself there. Same 2 teams back at it tomorrow night, 7:05 p.m. Again, it's First Responders Night. First responders with your valid ID, you get a discount on tickets at the box office, and you get a 10% discount at the merchandise stand inside the Columbus Civic Center as well. And it's one of our ways of giving back here to this Chattahoochee Valley community that supports the hockey team. We appreciate you. We appreciate you being a part of River Dragons hockey. So I just want to thank my crew here tonight, Zydeco and Stephen Drew, Skittles, and Jonathan. Great job out there, everybody. And you know what? We had a few technical hiccups in the building tonight. And, hey, don't worry. We're supposed to be getting a new scoreboard. But in the meantime, yes, internally, there will be some replacement parts in there as well. And I'm just kind of stretching this out here because the countdown is on. 5 seconds left to go in this Binghamton-Watertown game. And final. Binghamton wins 4-3. All right, there you have it. That's the end of the Pepsi Postgame Show. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. Thanks for listening, everybody. 3-1, Columbus wins. This is River Dragons Hockey.
Thank you for being a part of Columbus River Dragons Hockey. This game was brought to you in part by Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Columbus River Dragons. Zelmo Zip-In, the official fuel provider of the River Dragons. Air Force Heating and Air, the official heating and air company of the River Dragons. Country Inn & Suites, the official host hotel of the River Dragons. And by Chick-fil-A Midland, Tim Hortons, Columbus Diagnostic, Shredaway, the Overby Company, Vector Ply, Trivioli's, The Jersey Shop, Beam TV, WYBU Christian Television Network, Troy University, Largeman Dental, BKI Accounting, The Optical Shop, Piggly Wiggly, Sun South John Deere, Wade Cleaners, Houston Clinic, Abercrombie Bonding, First Franklin Financial, and Old School Barber Shop. This has been a presentation of Ignite Sports and Entertainment. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or any other use is prohibited without the express written consent of Ignite Sports and Entertainment and the Columbus River Dragons. This has been